Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity unlike any other. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku after his volcanic island erupted, members of all four nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
My name is Bree, also known as PrettiPixel, and I am playing Shurva, a warrior from the Fire Nation.
I'm Andrew, also go by Lucifer. I'm playing Firebender that goes by Mako Bao.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Oki, a waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
I'm Brandon, and I'm Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hey, I'm Dave, and my character is Al, the airbender from the Air Nomads.
And I'm Owen, the dungeon master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Avatar Legends Embers of War. It's lovely to have you all joining us here tonight for our Avatar Legends campaign. Super excited to be playing. Now, we are obviously playing the full release of Avatar Legends. I had someone asking me in Discord today whether we were playing the Kickstart guide, the Quick Start guide from Kickstarter. That's a tongue twister. No, we are playing the full release. Now that all the digital copies have been sent out, we're now playing the full release of Avatar Legends. That's why some of the character abilities changed very slightly about 2 months ago. I thought I had announced that we'd switched across, but maybe I didn't make it clear enough, so I will make it really clear. Yes, we are playing the full release. Obviously, now that Magpie Games has started shipping it out, you can find the Avatar Legends TTRPG set at a number of game stores, local ones. You can also buy it, I think, from the Magpie Games website as well, if you're keen. And they're also releasing a brand new module really soon based on Republic City, which I think looks really cool. But I don't know if we're going to be playing in Republic City for a while. You guys have got quite the mess to clean up back in Roku's era before we jump that far ahead. And I wanted to run a Kyoshi campaign next, so maybe it'll be a while before we play the Republic City module. I can see Bree's getting really excited for the Kyoshi era. Is that?
No, that was more of a we didn't fuck up that badly, did we?
No, it's pretty bad. I mean, this entire story, like this entire story that we're playing right now with you guys appeasing the spirits and bringing balance to the spirit wilds is literally not what we were originally planning.
Yeah, I feel like this campaign has gone on for an entire year longer than it was supposed to.
I wouldn't say that long. In all honesty, when I started the Avatar Legends, I thought, hey, I think this looks really fun. I think a lot of other people are going to want to play it. Why don't we do a campaign? We'll maybe do 30 sessions, tops, and we'll see if people enjoy it. By the time we got to 10, I was like, yeah, okay, we're going to be doing this to 100 sessions. This is going to be an ongoing, long-running thing. And here we are. See, I've updated all your contracts. I didn't bother getting you to re-sign them. I just signed them for you.
I never signed a contract in the first place.
Exactly right. I didn't want to.
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah. None of you are.
You're getting paid?
Don't get too excited. He's getting paid in Cadbury.
What?
Brandon gets paid in cold.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll take some.
We're getting paid in exposure.
Who said that? I thought someone in chat had given you that line. It just sounded like you were reading it from a screen.
No, that's just how excited I am about getting paid with exposure.
Republic City doesn't ever happen in TLA law. That's true. We're not doing Republic City. I'm hoping Republic City gives me more equalists. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of equalists.
The whole group fell into an iceberg and woke up in Republic City.
Oh, whoops.
I mean, that could be a good way of explaining how Aal doesn't get genocided.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
We'll have to think about it. Because Al would
okay, Al,
be
you'd be
in his
fine.
30s. Like, you'd probably be like 28, 29 by the time Al goes into the iceberg. Because Al was, what, 13? Sorry, Al. Aang, this is going to be a problem. Aang was 13,
I am the Avatar.
14. I am the Avatar. Aang was, what, 12, 13 when he went into the iceberg?
Yeah.
And he's just been born now in this campaign. So you're, what, 18, 19?
16, I think, was the age.
16. So, yeah, you'd be like 28.
Most of us
29.
are around that like 15 to 18 range.
Yeah, we were trying to sort of recapture the magic of Avatar the Last Airbender, but with slightly older characters so we could discuss slightly more mature themes, which we seem to have very much achieved with the constant Shurva's whip jokes. Now, I will do a really quick recap to get us back up to speed with our campaign. Before I do, thank you everybody who joined us for our Curse of Strahd campaign last night, the D&D stream. It's been really fun having Andrew come and join us. Not this Andrew, different Andrew. Come and join us as a guest character playing the chaotic wild magic gnome sorcerer Raspip. Yeah, really enjoying the Curse of Strahd module. It's my first time running a horror D&D campaign, and I don't think there's any sweeter feeling for a dungeon master than watching your players go, oh no, as you're describing things to them. I genuinely, like, when they're standing there like, I don't want to go into that room. Like, I know I have succeeded as a dungeon master. Like, that's fantastic.
You're sick.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm not. Alrighty, let me do a recap. And we will jump into the session. Now, obviously, last session we had the return of a fan favorite NPC ruler, so I will quickly catch us up to speed with that. Alrighty, so our story has been following. Sorry, Andrew, what was that?
The king himself. Ruler.
What was that?
He's trying to say he was a king.
Again, you're the only person who said this.
And when he thinks this.
I'm inclined to believe him. He keeps saying it. It's got to be true.
Some sort of ruler.
I mean, if that's the case, then there's a lot of like questions we need to ask of people like Kanye West and Donald Trump, who keep saying a lot of things that are patently not true, yet somehow they keep saying them.
I wish ruler was king.
I wish ruler was king. If you believe hard enough. Alrighty. Our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung of the Earth Kingdom, Aquila of the Water Tribe, and Aal of the Air Nomads. With the recent death of Avatar Roku following the eruption of his volcanic island home, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. The team are currently on the trail of the 4 elemental spirits in an attempt to calm their rage and undo the damage done by a careless wish made of the whale spirit of the Sea Wong Desert to Athanon. With 2 spirits appeased and only 2 to go, 50% of the way there, guys, well done, the team are in high spirits. Having left the Eastern Air Temple following the calming of the Sky Bison spirits, the team are now traveling through the southern regions of the Earth Kingdom. Deciding to locate the Badgermole spirit before heading into Fire Nation territory, probably a good call, the team took a well-earned rest on a small hillock. Unbeknownst to them, the area underneath contained a large array of tunnels, something the group discovered by accident thanks to Rung's explorations. Below, the group encountered a familiar figure, Ruler, an old man they had previously spoken with when outside the walls of Ba Sing Se. While Mako and Rung trust Ruler completely, Shurva reserved some suspicions and tried to pry some information out of him, including what do you eat and where do you poop. Again, not 100% sure what she was going for there. I think from
There
the
was
sounds
a
of it,
lot more questions than that.
I'm
to
pretty
be
sure that was all the questions.
that was all the questions.
That's all my notes said.
We left off last session as Ruler handed over. Look, to be fair to Bree, I think Shurva was trying to find out if this person's a spirit or not. So she was trying to catch him out. But you did genuinely ask, and these were the 2 final questions you asked. And then afterwards you were like, oh, I should have asked him some more questions. You finished with, what do you eat? Where do you poop? And then that was what you finished with. And then after he left, you're like, oh, I should have asked him, like, how old he is. Like, where's he from? Like, all this other stuff that I think might have, like, been handy information to have.
No one else was asking questions.
No one else.
You're taking over the role of detective like Rung and Aal. I thought you were just new detective now.
to be fair, I was playing Aal that session, so maybe Aal would have asked more questions if it wasn't me.
I definitely think he would have.
That's a shame.
I think Aal would have just sat at the back and enjoyed it.
He would have stopped. He would have told me to stop being so rude, asking such personal things.
Shurva, you can't be so rude to this old man. You've got to show respect to your elders.
We're not with the air nomads anymore. He's back to his usual self.
Oh, true. The usual mischievous
The
self.
gaslighting self.
Oh, God. Well, our session ended last week as Ruler handed over a rather odd-looking metal lantern to Mako, promising that it would open when the time was right. Deciding that the party should make their way to the Badgermore Spirit, he directed the party towards Umashu. Ruler wished the party good luck and headed back down into the gloom, leaving half the party reassured and half the party extremely concerned. And that is where we left off and finished last session. We jumped straight back in as all of you have a very long sleep. Peaceful is subjective in this case. I guess it depends on how suspicious you found the old man who lives beneath the tunnels of the Earth Kingdom. Probably, I know, yeah. So Mako and Rung seem to trust this guy quite a bit. Shurva, we know that you didn't trust him one bit. Aquila, what were your thoughts towards?
Didn't really faze me, to be honest. Never seen this guy before in my life. It's just some other rando.
Yeah, just an old man who lives in the tunnels beneath the Earth.
You've met so many NPCs by this point that you're just like, yes, another one.
Yeah, just another. I once was an NPC.
No, you've always been a player character.
You were a bad guy.
You've always been controlled by a player.
I used to be an NPC.
I don't think you know what the word NPC stands for.
I was an NPC once.
I don't think you know what it means. Al, have you actually, like, out of game now, Dave, have you met Ruler as Al? I'm trying to remember if you were there for the first encounter.
I was actually AFK that session as well. So both sessions that he's been there, I think.
Both sessions.
I think the other side of the tunnel, and I think I'll
like Ruler.
That's right.
So as far as Dave knows, he doesn't exist.
Yeah, because last session I was like, I had Al go like, guys, this is the old man that like Mako said that he found that we didn't believe. We thought he was lying about. That's how I introduced it. That works out perfectly good. I was having to trust my memory on that one. Sweet. Okay, so I'll
on that note, I'll sleep soundly.
Great, fantastic. You didn't get to benefit from a level up last session because you weren't here. Obviously, Dave, you were away. Did you want to quickly go through your growth questions now? I think we did go through yours last time, and they were yeses for at least 4. But we can go through them really quickly now if you want to be doubly sure.
No, I listened to the episode. I did my homework. And it was definitely a positive. The growth question that's specific to the bold is: did you express vulnerability by admitting you were wrong, or that you should have listened to someone you ignored? And I'm pretty sure that happened a few times at the Air Temple. So
A few times.
A few times.
Yes. As a min-maxer, I will be increasing my stats. No need for the moves.
Remember, we can only increase our stats to a maximum of +2.
2 to each one, yeah.
But you can take a move from your playbook and another playbook, and there are moves that let you get to +3, such as Furrowed Brow, take +1 focus, maximum +3. So you do your 2 stat bonuses to get to 2. Then you do that again. Metagaming, min-maxer.
Min-maxer. Actually, I've been telling people that Avatar Legends is great for new players because you can't min-max it. But actually, to show us all how wrong I am.
Oh, you 100% can. You can. Don't worry about that.
Anything could be broken with enough Yorkshire tea. Anything can be found to be perfectly balanced.
You can practically become unhittable if you take the right moves.
Yes, that's true. So, as you all take your sleep during the night, either you put out your bedrolls, maybe some of you set up tents and things like that. It's up to you how much you want to set up your campsite. But the night passes without incident as you sleep through the night. There's a little bit of a light chill to the air. The seasons are just beginning to turn now that summer is on its way out and autumn is fast approaching. The leaves on the trees in the southern part of the Earth Kingdom, because they're much further away from the equator, the cold air has just begun to sort of circulate from the south, and the leaves are just beginning to start turning golden and brown in some of the deciduous trees. And you find, as you awaken the next morning, a little bit of a cold chill, the fire having burned down to only small coals, letting off a very meager heat. Sort of find yourself rubbing your hands, sort of trying to warm up your hands as you awaken in the next morning. Mango, for those of you who are snuggled up next to her, is very warm. Her very fluffy sky bison fur is incredibly soft and incredibly warm. Obviously, that section of scar tissue where she had been hit by lightning is a patch of missing fur, but the rest of her fur is very thick and very luxurious. Obviously, as we head into winter, her time for shedding has passed, and she's starting to grow a very thick undercoat as well. As you awaken the next morning, what would you guys like to do? I hand over fully to you.
He would have just stamped his foot to make a bed, raised off the ground of stone, sleep in his rucksack. Waking up, he's just annoyed that it's now cold, and he's gone off just to fluff into Mango essentially and get that warmth of everyone else being there. And he's basically just like, bro, what a tribe making everything cold again. As the warm cold air comes up.
Well, there's a water tribe member there who might be able to defend his team, but doesn't sound like it.
Sorry, my mic.
Yeah.
That's a terrible excuse.
What?
So sorry, where exactly are we? Because we touched down.
So at the moment, you're at the very southeastern tip of the peninsula that leads down south from the Earth Kingdom lands. So you're probably a couple of days' flight south of Ba Sing Se, having come from the Eastern Air Temple, which is a series of rocky islands east of the Earth Kingdom. You've crossed over a sort of a smallish bay and landed on a small area of hills and forest next to the southern tip of this peninsula.
And how far out are we from? Oh my god, I just totally blanked my name. Yep, that's it.
From Kyoshi Islands. Yeah. So probably from where you guys are. I mean, I can't remember. I think you did take a map from Wan Shitong's library, if I remember correctly. One of the things you did take was a map. So yeah, as you roll out the map and begin looking across it, you know that really from where you are here, a day's flight would get you to Kyoshi Island. If you left right now, bright and early in the morning, you'd probably be able to get there by early to mid-afternoon with a bit of a push. You think you could probably make it. You're not that far away.
That's pretty good.
The plan was to go down to Kyoshi Island and then travel up north to cut off the guiding winds, wasn't it?
Yeah, so your plan was to use the natural air currents that push down around the bay where Kyoshi Island is and up towards the north. Yeah, your plan was to essentially use those to be able to catch up to the guiding wind and potentially rescue Nomu, the air scholar, librarian, and archivist who has been captured and taken by
Mr. Library.
Mr. Library.
Yeah.
Nomu.
Mr. Library.
Mr. Library.
Canonically, Mr. Library.
Knows him as Mr. Library. Yeah.
Nomu Library. So the respectful thing is called Mr. Library.
Poor attempt at humor, Dave. And I was telling the stream that we are highbrow comedy only. For Australians, this is about as bad as intelligence we get.
Where'd you get that line from?
I don't know, man.
You make that up.
Yeah.
You googled big
The
word.
same. I got it from the same place that Ruler poops.
Spirit Wild?
Fuck,
Yeah.
I hate this place.
Trying to get some
Exasperated
Alright.
DM sounds. Yes, chat.
Anything.
Exasperated DM sounds indeed. I think my classic is the.
So who has the lantern?
Mako was handed the lantern.
Mako took it.
Mako.
Yeah, Mako.
So should we continue on to Kyoshi or?
Probably.
Well, Kyoshi's the place with the lantern, wasn't it? We had to Mako had to wander around there and maybe get some
Well,
blood.
we just have to go.
Let's go to Kyoshi.
Just wanted you
No,
to
you-
wander around.
Lantern was
Okay, because your characters only would have heard this
the other city.
information.
No, the lantern was above.
Yep. So there's two really
it's the
well-known
one that you
cities
wanted us to go to.
in the Earth Kingdom.
You
One of
said
them's
it
Oh,
on
you
my
Ba Sing
boss.
railroaded us,
Se.
yeah.
Oh
One of them's Ba
god.
Sing Se. There's another
Yeah,
city
he
in the Earth
was like,
Kingdom.
he was like, you can go to this one if you
Yeah.
want to, and then he's like, you're going to this one.
It'll be ruled by King Boomy in
shit.
in a couple of decades. Starts with an O.
Omashu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already said that. Yeah.
Ota.
It's directly not
Omashu.
from Kyoshi
Omashu.
anyway, so.
Yeah, I remember it
It's
now.
just literally
What
up
is
the
Omashu?
coastline and then a little bit inland from
Yeah.
Kyoshi.
So
And it
do
means
we
you
Also
avoid the
go-
not
desert.
far from the cultural hub of the desert.
So do we head to Omashu first, or down to Kyoshi, catch those tailwinds
Kyoshi's
and
on the
try to
way. Yeah.
catch?
So you're probably,
Well, I
as I
agree.
said, probably like most of a day's flight to Kyoshi Island, and that'll take you down the coast. And then it'll just be a sort of a day and maybe a day and a half, a day's flight to Omashu from there. If you were to fly straight to Omashu from where you are now, it's probably a full day plus a little bit of the night, and you're going to be flying over the desert.
Let's go, Kyoshi.
Yeah,
Yoshi.
sounds good to me.
Yoshi.
Alrighty, as you Yahoo! As you pack up your and Nintendo's just copyright striked us for that. They're pretty
That's on you.
intense on their copyright. That's fair. It was a very
on you.
good. It was a very
That was
good.
too good.
Yahoo!
Yoshi
Again,
made
2 copyrights.
That's it. 2 copyright strikes. We're done. The channel's been deleted. Everybody. Blang. What's that? Is that the Yoshi sound? Yeah. Okay. No. Blang. As you climb on the back of Mango, I don't know how I can make that sound. I don't know. As you climb on the back of Mango, and take off the sun rising over the east, highlighting the Eastern Air Temple and the mountains behind you. As it rises over the east, you begin taking off, following the coastline down and around. You fly for probably, I'd say, 2 or 3 hours before you get to the point on the map where you'll need to make a turn off over open ocean to get to Kyoshi Island. Down below you can see there's a small fishing village situated on the very edge of the coastline, connected to a series of cliff faces. There's a lot of stone buildings, and the actual village itself looks to be, for the most part, like fairly well made. The fishing village itself, down along the bottom, leads up to a much larger town on the top of the cliffs, overlooking the ocean below. And at the very edge of the cliff face, you can see what looks to be a large temple and statue dedicated to some figure, some unknown figure. My question is, did you guys want to go and check that out? Did you want to keep flying? What's your plan?
I'd like to check out a big statue. Anyone down for a bit of like sightseeing? I love when you go on like a good cross country trip and you see like the biggest
Is it
blank
because it's made
in
out of
blank.
stone?
Well,
Is it because it's
Yes.
made out of stone?
yes. Oh, who is it?
Yep.
Boomy
Who
is
is
just
this
a sweet,
stony
sweet
boy in the
baby
middle
right
of the
now.
desert?
Yes, Boomy is just a
Good,
sweet,
sweet baby rays.
baby.
I mean, but if you guys want to,
Um,
we can just go straight there. I mean, I don't need a pee or anything. I'm good. Like, we don't have to do sightseeing.
Well, let's get a bit closer. I'll.
We can have a stop. We can have a pit stop.
Yes.
All right, brilliant. As you begin flying down and head towards the town, I'm going to assume that you take a moment, you land outside the town gates, and begin having a bit of a look around. The village itself is actually really well organized. There's a stone wall surrounding the entire outside of the village, and you can see the houses are fairly uniform in appearance, with a large stone village square in the very, very center of the village. The temple itself is only a brisk walk from the center of the village. As you head on out and begin looking around, you can see that this temple and this statue itself are located very opportunely in the very middle of this area. As you land, you can see that there are a number of Earth Nation citizens seemingly celebrating. There seems to be some sort of festival on. A number of stalls are set up selling all sorts of food. You can see there are kites flying in the breeze connected to long lengths of twine, some being held by children, some being held by adults, some have been tied off to the roofs of houses.
Bit lazy.
Banners are... Oh, sorry, you go, Archie.
That's a bit lazy, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Just tie a kite to a house.
Not
and
even
just like
flying your
that.
own kite. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I don't
if you're
have to tell
gonna
you.
fly a kite, fly a kite.
When you were saying connected to twine, I was expecting to be like connected to children, and I was like, Connected how?
That's a weird description. I probably wouldn't say that. I'd probably say connected to twine that children are holding or grasping with their hands like wrapped around the twine, scared that the kite will fly out of their grasp and be snatched by the wind coming off the cliff face.
Connected to the children.
Connected to the children. Yeah, you can see that some of the children have the adults have made harnesses for the younger children who can't really be trusted to hold the twine themselves, and so that the rope is actually wrapped around their chests. The adults are holding it as well, and the children are going, "Yay!" like holding this kite.
Flying through the air. I was like, look at all the airbenders here.
Al, if you throw a really strong gust of wind at those kites, you reckon those kids fly?
I reckon, but I might kill one.
Only one way to find out.
No, it's like a bird. You got to kick them at the nest, and they'll learn to fly.
I'll blow a gust of wind at one of the ones connected to the houses.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Damage instead
just to paint.
Starts flying.
You see an old man call out the window, going "Ah!" as the house takes off. He's got these big square glasses on. He's quite short, quite square faced as well. No, we're not doing up.
Mr. Up?
As just to paint a picture of where you guys are. I'm assuming you sort of landed Mango outside the village walls and you've kind of wandered in. As you're coming through the main gates, you can see the gates aren't guarded by soldiers. It looks like most people are celebrating whatever this holiday or festival is. But you can see a big sign above the village in the Earth Nation script, this very blocky flowing script of characters that reads Chin Village.
Papyrus?
But yeah, as you walk into the village, I mean, the very first kite you can see looks to be some sort of koi fish. The long open mouth, the sinewy body, bright orange with gold leaf paint fluttering in the wind. And as you direct this blast of air at it, my question is how intense is this blast of air? Are you just going for a bit of fun to try to make the kite move, or are you like...
Yeah, it's batting at a toy as opposed to like trying to blow the house over.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, I just want to know, like, is this like a combat air blast or just a little puff of air?
Everyone roll initiative against that.
Basically, I need to know, are you Kamehamehaing this, or are you just doing a little puff of air? Little puff of air.
Just a little puff of air.
Little puff of air. So I guess you could even like do it by clapping your hands together, like pointing up and going, poof. As you create this little blast of air, the kite, which had started to drop a little bit low, immediately shoots up really, really high and begins fluttering in the breeze, much higher than all the other kites as it strains the length of this rope. The rope does not break immediately, though.
Hey, Mako, you could make that rope break.
The rope.
Oh, 100%. Like, I could do it with such ease. But I think that might get a little bit too much attention on us, just as we enter the city. Like, you know how last time, the last city that we're in, we got kicked out of in the Earth Nation? We literally ran out of it?
This is my home nation.
Oh no, that was...
I don't want to be excommunicado from my home nation because of you guys.
Like,
so
we
no
were
setting anything on fire.
Chased out of the last
word for Rung.
We definitely started a big fight, and then prior to that, the last like Earth Nation like encampment we were at, we kind of blew a lot of stuff up.
Yep. I want to sort of like keep it on the download this time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you guys are keeping it on the download.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you
I'm imagining you like lighting the twine on fire, and it's like a fuse, and then the house goes up.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
I didn't think of that. Oh my god.
We were celebrating Oil Festival, where we filled the town with oil.
Coal and Fireworks Festival.
It's Coal and Oil Festival. As you guys are looking around,
real quick.
What am I missing?
As always, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, perfect. So just as a heads up, I actually changed our usual description for like when the Twitch goes live is like your mandatory watching session of the Lost Archives has started. I've got a new one for Avatar Legends. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, or at least made a careless wish. Come join us for Avatar Legends. And that's the new like go live notification.
I love it.
As you guys are looking around, like playing around with the kites, trying not to be too conspicuous, moving through the center of town, you can see rising above the houses on either side from another side street or alleyway from probably just south of where you guys are. You can see these massive effigies of Avatar Roku, Avatar Kyoshi, and then this waterbending avatar you don't recognize, this avatar from the water tribe, being pushed through town. And as they're being moved through, you can see that people are cheering, running alongside them, like getting all excited.
No airbender representation.
No airbender representation.
Whoa.
It would just be a baby. So.
They could have gone like one
back. Like it would have been fine. I'm sure they were making it because like
I think chat have just started to figure out what I'm doing with this.
Yeah, I remember what this.
Long time fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender at this point shouldn't need any more hints as to what's happening.
There's a reason why we don't want to have a baby Airbender Avatar.
Yeah, that's a very specific reason I haven't done that. But yeah, for those of you who haven't yet figured out what's going on,
so cool.
This is going to be
They should
great.
have gone the one back. Though.
Yeah, just like at one back, they would have been already.
No one remembers or cares who that person was. I'm going to be prepared to be correct. I know there's going to be a YouTube comment being like, actually, that was Avatar. Wow, they were just the greatest Avatar. Under their leadership, the air nomads achieved a great sense of spiritual enlightenment.
He kicked a dragon.
Kicked a dragon.
Face. It was sick.
He discovered nimbocumulus and cirrocumulus cloud formations. Before that, they weren't named in Avatar.
Yang Chen.
Yeah, he was Yang Chen.
Yang Chen, thank you. Oh, it was she, I think, wasn't it?
So where's their statue?
Yeah.
Not there. Sorry. It's Yang Chen, and she was actually known as one of the greatest avatars to ever live at a time. Wait, she was the greatest avatar to ever live at her time. Hang on a minute. Isn't that something that all avatars have? Like, if you're not one of those avatars, what the fuck are you doing wrong? Yeah, this random earthbender was just a bit better than you. Sorry, mate. But I'm the avatar. Nah, they were a better avatar, let's be honest. They could only been one element. Yeah, but they did it better.
Okay.
What have you learned?
Her legacy among avatars came out of the truce she struck with the spirit of General Old Iron, in which he would cease his attack on a city and never again wage war on humanity.
She did do something good. Now I feel like my
There is literally
Now you're a piece of shit.
Dawn of Yang Chen.
There's what, sorry?
There's a book literally called The Dawn of Yang Chen. It's an Avatar
Humanity
book.
prospered under her, but spirits suffered. Well, that's why she's not here. Perfect. Thank you, chat. You helped me out. Thank you. Throwing me a real
And
bones.
then
also
Korra
150
was
years ago.
the water tribe avatar.
What was it? Sorry?
Kuruk.
Kurok. Yeah. That's who Kurok was named after. In the Northern Water Tribe, he was actually named after Avatar Kurok.
He was known as being cocky and something of a show-off with his bending abilities.
Yeah,
That
fucking
sounds
And then
legend.
on
like
his
Salome.
on the night of his wedding, his fiance was pulled into the spirit world by Koda's face stealer.
Her face was taken. Yeah.
Because he was a shit avatar. Why is he being honored and not Yang Chen?
You might want to give it a second, Bree, before you.
I'll join in
I know
the
it's
cheering.
not
Yeah!
Honored was the wrong word. I meant represented.
Alrighty.
Anyway.
I'll join in the cheering with the crowd.
Yeah, as you guys sort of rush along, start cheering, you see a couple of the Earth Kingdom citizens turn and go, "Oh yeah!" Like getting really excited as they see other members, clearly from different nations, here to join in the celebrations. A rather spindly man wearing a monocle, who's overlooking the large center of the town square. As you guys sort of come up behind and begin like clapping and approaching, you can see these effigies coming down a side street.
They wouldn't.
This quite spindly scribe-looking man turns around and goes, "Oh, you're here for Avatar Day, correct?" Welcome. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's so rare that we get visitors. We're having a special once-off Avatar Day. With the death of Avatar Roku, we're celebrating it twice this year.
What?
Lovely.
Normally we'd celebrate Avatar Day in spring, but we've been rushing to get this organized for a special extra Avatar Day this autumn. Oh, you've come just in time. How did the news get out to you? That's very exciting. We didn't know that we've been posting the flyers as far as the Water Tribe and Air Nomads and Fire Nation.
I definitely just realized where we are.
Yep.
Makes one of us.
This is one of my favorite
Right place
episodes.
at the right time, I guess.
This is the episode where I was like,
Bye.
I want to be fucking soccer. Like, soccer is the person I want to be. This is the episode that cemented it for me, that soccer is my hero. I want to solve it. Well, you'll come at the right time. Please help yourself to some food. We've got some delicious food cooked by our local street vendors. Please, all food. You don't have to pay for anything today. We've covered all the costs. Yes, you don't have to pay for a single. You don't have to pay for any food from the stores. Please help yourself with celebrating Avatar. Don't go too far. We've got the special ceremony starting very soon. In fact, I think I can see the runner now. And as he turns and looks down the main road that you've just walked through, you can see a very muscular young man running with a torch. He's wearing just a green loincloth, and he's holding this torch high, almost like an Olympic torch, as he runs down the main thoroughfare, this big smile on his face, taking his time waving to people on either side, just really enjoying the moment. And as he's sort of coming down the main street, probably about, I'd say 50 meters behind you guys, you can see that the large effigies are being wheeled into place. These beautifully made and painted likenesses of Avatar Kyoshi, Avatar Kurok, and Avatar... do you know what? Why not? Avatar Roku and Avatar Yang Chen. All four. There you go. Let's just, I don't know why. I was like, I could easily just retcon this. Yeah, done. Avatar Yang Chen. It's because I couldn't remember her name, and I was like, I don't want to say it. And then they're like, which Avatar is that?
It takes 2 seconds to Google.
I'm running a few different things here, Bree, right now. I don't know if you've noticed. Running a couple of different things. Don't have as much.
Normally, you're like so into the canon of things, though. Like, you have everything.
I can normally rely on a level of photographic memory, but I was a little bit on the back foot tonight. That's why we started a little bit late, and so I have not done the level of quick reading I would have done necessary normally. I noticed we've lost Dave, but I can still see him.
He's been gone for a bit.
But Dave, that's so weird. I can see him on the stream, but we can't see him in our version.
No, I can see him.
I can see Dave.
He's dropping
here
out on
I can't
this.
see Andrew.
I'm gone though.
Andrew's camera's gone. Yeah.
Also.
I think Dave's
I know
just
Dave's
disconnected
gone
because
now.
we also couldn't hear him. Wasn't like in the call, but he was in the call.
Dave's back.
Yeah, we can see you now. Try talking.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Hey.
Alrighty.
I'm so confused.
Dave,
I could
apparently...
see and hear you the whole time.
That's super weird. Apparently you were dropping in and out for the stream too, so I'll just quickly get your camera back up. Give me a second. There you go.
Thank you, stream.
Alrighty. Yeah, so as the large effigies are wheeled into place, all 4 of them lined up in the center of the town square, you can see a lot of the people running out, like clapping and cheering. Adults are picking up children, resting them on their shoulders so they can get a closer look. What did you guys want to do anything, or are you just happy to stay and enjoy the festivities?
I want to eat.
I want to eat some food.
As you guys turn around, Al has already grabbed a plate of what looks to be some sort of fried potato batter. Al, what you're eating is essentially like in our world, a potato scallop or a potato cake. But in this world, it's a slice of potato that's been battered and fried in oil. It's delicious. It's been lightly spiced, so it's got a little bit of bite to it. There's also sort of like a saffron flavor through the potato with a little bit of probably like a smoked paprika on the outside of the batter. It's really nice. And as you're sort of like munching into this, it's warm. It's quite moorish. You're enjoying it quite a bit. And
you're making me hungry in RL.
Sorry. The fuck is a potato cake? I said potato scallop as well. Don't give me this grief, Melbourne.
I call it a potato cake, and you fucking live with me.
It's a potato cake.
It's a potato cake.
It's a potato cake.
It's a potato scallop.
You dumb piece of...
I said both.
No, it's scallop.
I wasn't expecting the beep. Sorry, just need a moment. Sorry, I don't often lose it on stream. Normally I'm pretty good. That broke me. That was really unexpected.
Frick Owen.
Sorry. Oh man. It's been a while. I reckon Tyranny of Dragons was the last time I actually cried on stream from laughter. It's been a while. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Very unprofessional.
It's a good beep. It's a good sounding beep. It's like a really like...
It sounds amazing. Like, I genuinely get the feeling that there's like an ABC commentator behind you being like, oh, we can't let the children listen to that.
Okay, you hear how much I swear and grounded though when my hands aren't able to reach the beep button. I wish I had someone sitting behind me beeping me out.
Shroopy?
I feel like you've been playing that game not for broadcast and just.
Do you know what though? Do you know what though? If I was Shroopy and I had control of your beep button, I'd be beeping words that aren't swear words. So you'd be like, "Oh, you're beep, motherfucker." That'd be tempting. I'd be too tempted to do that if it was me.
Yeah.
Oh my god! As you turn around and see Al just munching on literally Dave commitment to the character. Dave is actually eating IRL right now to really get into his roleplay.
Is it a potato cake?
It's not a potato cake. Looks like it's
Ooh.
Marvelous
Milk.
Creations
Caramel
caramel.
Marvelous
Not sponsored.
Creations.
I mean, it looks
Yeah,
the same as a
cool.
potato cake if you squint your eyes and turn your head and
Look the other way.
John Brad Pitt.
close your eyes.
If you truly believe.
If you believe in your heart of hearts.
As you turn around and see Al is already just munching away at some street food. There's a stall literally not even 2 meters away from Al.
I joined.
Where
Yeah, we
You
all
join in?
walk over as well. Yeah.
it doesn't take more than a second for you guys to walk on over. There were almost tears on Saturday with that death. Yeah, they were.
I just want a
Did
bunch of
almost-
skewers.
I did almost cry during grounded. That's quite funny.
I'm happy man.
They weren't happy tears though. They were sad tears because I lost all my stuff. They were salty
Yeah, good.
tears. Salty. As you guys head over to the stall and grab some delicious potato cakes, some fried potato cakes, you can hear the crowd going, "Avatar, Avatar," calling from behind you. And as you turn around, you can see the young strapping youth dressed in just that green loincloth bearing this Olympic torch. As he runs forward, you see he's heading directly for the effigies, and there's probably a moment where you're like, oh, he's gonna like run through the middle of them.
Yeah, he's gonna go through the mid.
But instead,
cool.
he literally bursts through the center of Avatar Roku. He literally jumps up and dives through the center of the statue, setting it alight as he does so. He then runs back and begins like smashing AquaticArchie with the torch, setting her on fire, before pushing one of the other statues, the statue of Kurok, into the fire of the other two. As he gets the statue of Yang Chen, he just spits on it and throws the torch at the face, which immediately catches alight. And he watches all these effigies begin burning in the town square with everyone cheering like, yay! Fuck
Welcome
the
to
Avatar!
Chin Village.
Yeah,
I
welcome
thought
to
it
Chin
was
Village.
a Wicker Man thing, but this is very different.
Guys, what's
I
happening?
don't know, it's not that different to Wicker Man.
Remember how we were talking about
It's
how
fun.
Kyoshi and that other guy, Chin, had a massive fight?
No.
We were talking about like how Kyoshi
Last
like
week, yeah.
island became separated and
yeah.
and that
Yeah.
guy fell and
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah,
called
this is
Chin Island.
this is the village of his basically like his cult. Like they all think that he
Oh.
was right, and they think that the Avatar killed a man in cold blood essentially. So they all hate the Avatar.
So they don't like avatars.
Oh.
No,
So
Avatar Day is where they like shame the Avatar essentially.
But haven't they killed people before? Like,
As-
hasn't everyone?
As you guys wonder this aloud in character, I'm now ruling that this was all done in character.
Also eating.
I was just like, the spindly looking scribe who is standing next to you guys before looks down and goes, well, yes, we absolutely hate the Avatar. Fuck the Avatar. We're burning the effigies of the Avatar. We're having an extra special Avatar Day because Avatar Roku's died. We're celebrating.
Maybe we shouldn't have made him put Yang Chen in the mix.
You did this.
It was like, it's time for Chakapon.
Yes,
Chin
obviously.
the Great,
Good.
patron of our village, blesses us this day as we burn the vicious avatars. Burn them all! And you hear like the rest of the group going like, yeah! Like, I remember when they said fuck the Avatar and Atla. Hey, I didn't say that we were doing this exactly matching the tone of the show. I said we were trying to capture the magic of the show with a more adult theme. I said that at the beginning of the
No, I'm
episode.
pretty sure you said this is canonical.
It is
They
canonical.
bleeped it out on the
Yeah.
show,
In the
actually.
show, Katara does that for them. Like every time they're about to swear, she just goes beep, like right next to their ears, so they can't hear it. Or like covers their ears. So like in Avatar, none of them hear any swear words because Katara is quickly running around covering their ears, so they can't hear it.
I
I'm
believe it.
agreeing, but I'm just like doing the polite nod, like yeah, potato cake, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like with like
yeah.
something half in my
Thinking
mouth, like really confused about what's happening right now.
As you hear them all like calling out, getting really excited, the crowd getting a bit rowdy, a couple of the other villagers begin rushing in and beating the flaming statues with sticks and poles as like they begin collapsing under their weight. The inside of the statue is revealed to be just hay, the hollow shell. Hey, the hollow shell. You know, the hollow shell just full of this very flammable of dried grass and sticks and hay, essentially just kindling, so these burn very quickly. And as the crowd begin rushing in, you see one of the kids on the back of the adult who you saw like lift up and place her on the back. This very young girl, maybe like 2, go, "Down with the Avatar! Down with the Avatar!" And the cry goes
Fuck
up.
the Avatar!
No, she's
Yeah, fuck the Avatar! Fuck you!
Little
Yeah.
finger, like,
yeah. And in a few seconds, the crowd takes it up, and before too long, the cries of "Down with the Avatar" echo around the lot of you. The spindly scribe who'd been talking to you before looks down and goes, "It's so nice that people are coming from all of the nations to celebrate the Avatar." Sorry. My dog took up the cry of "Down with the Avatar," and she took it real seriously. I know you hate the Avatar. I know you do. As you guys are sort of like hearing this, like, "Down with the Avatar," the spindly scribe goes, "It's just so nice to have people from other nations coming to celebrate Avatar Day, and given that this is a special one, we don't normally host it in autumn. Oh, it's so nice. How lovely. Well, please enjoy the festival."
Can I take like one step away from him?
You can take a step back.
Yeah. Just like away from him.
That's fair.
Rung, aren't you so glad we stopped
Distance
here now?
myself a little bit.
yeah. So
Oh
glad.
wait, the statue
That
was
was great.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sightseeing's great, guys. You don't know what attractions.
You don't know where you're gonna end up when you're sightseeing.
As
I
you
wish we had burned down that house now.
as you begin talking about
Yeah,
sightseeing,
there's still time.
the scribe goes, "Oh, have you been to see the clifftop memorial to Chin the Great and the statue of Chin the Magnificent, Chin the
You know what?
Benevolent?"
We were on our way there.
I'd love to.
I have to head back that way myself. It would be my pleasure to guide you down towards the statue of Chin the Great.
No, I wouldn't want to put you
Jim
out.
the
I
Great.
wouldn't want to put you out.
I'm walking that way
still
anyway.
eating.
Oh,
We obviously
well,
can't-
maybe
oh.
I'll see you there.
Yes.
Maybe.
you will.
Chin the Flightless. It's never too late for the Fire Nation to attack. Unfortunately, it's too early for the Fire Nation to attack in this case.
Well, we have 2 Fire Nation reps here.
What do you mean? They're out at Bunks A.
Well, but we are about 12
What are
years
they?
too early for their general revealing of their war. At the moment, they're camped outside the walls of Ba Sing Se. No one knows that they're attacking Ba Sing Se because they're not yet.
They're just there on a camping trip. They're obviously there with military force.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Some catapults, some
It's-
tanks.
Dave, you got to understand, the
boys.
sandbenders of the Seawong Desert are dangerous and unruly, and the Fire Nation need to make sure that their delegates are protected as they travel across the lawless lands of the Outer Earth Kingdom. No offense, of course,
Wait,
to the Earth Kingdom
Wait,
soldiers.
question. Because I'm getting my timelines mixed up again.
Hello.
Is the Fire Nation heroes this time, or are they like bad guys this time for what happened at the conference?
So now they are heroes.
Yeah,
so
cool. That's
that's
the
so
reason
you're
why
yeah.
under the guise there this time as.
So in this, with the now edited version, the Fire Nation were able to actually capture some of these bandits, quote unquote, who tried to take and kidnap the children of the ambassadors. It's now not known that they were Dai Li. That's kind of been a bit misconstrued. Now I think you guys want to be. There's a couple of people who know that it was the Dai Li, not many though. I think there's a few people who know that it was Dai Li, but the Fire Nation now are the ones under General Zhao, are the ones who were able to help protect a number of the delegates.
Yep, thought that's what the timeline was. I just really didn't want that to be the timeline, but Yeah.
Andrew's just like sitting there with like a whiteboard, all this paper written all over, like strings.
He's got
between
strings.
them.
Yeah, there's red string between places. Yeah.
Red string for the old, blue string for the new, trying to figure it all out.
I need to make a GIF of Pepe Silva, but with Marco's face. I'll have to do that.
Talking about whiteboards and string.
Oh yeah, have you remembered?
What does it say there?
Out of the way.
Feed Chirpy.
How's Chirpy?
Remember Chirpy.
Chirpy's good.
For podcast listeners, Brandon has a whiteboard next to his monitor. He has written "Remember Chirpy" next to his whiteboard.
He also
essentially.
drew a little gravestone next to it, so I'm not sure what
Did
that's
he?
meant to mean.
I missed that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
He's got a little crucifix next to it.
The little cross. It's like
What is wrong
it's like a
with
little
you?
cross. It's a little crucifix.
Yeah, like
it's got a little light coming out of
tombstone
it. Like,
cross.
It's really quite concerning sometimes, Brandon.
yeah.
People
I
are like,
remember
"Oh my
Chirpy."
god, I can't believe Owen's doing this to Chirpy." It's like, mate, Brandon's literally like drawing gravestones next to him now. He's not dead. Brandon wants this. He's manifesting his future. Don't come to me. This is all on Brandon.
Memento mori.
Oh,
Chirpy.
a Nightbot.
Memento
No, Nightbot. Take away the word successfully. Rung has kept Chirpy alive for 16 days. The word successfully does not belong in that sentence. Nightbot. No. Undo. Nightbot. Get that right, please.
No, keep it.
Good
Has
Nightbot,
barely.
good
I want to
Nightbot.
change that to barely,
Good.
please. I'll update the command. Or has
16
somehow.
days.
Rung has
Good.
somehow kept Chirpy alive for
I
16
just
days.
realized when I made that command that I spelled successfully wrong too.
Yeah, you
What
did.
could
Yeah,
you-
there's Val missing.
Successfully.
This is what happens when I try to make commands while we're also doing a session.
It's amazing. I will fix that up. It's pretty fun. I've never
Chirpy has
noticed that.
survived. Let's say alive. Oh god.
As the spindly scribe begins heading off, moving through the town, like excuse me, as he pushes through people, you can see that he's heading towards the southeast of where you guys are in the main town square. Looks like he's heading for the temple area.
Shurva, I don't like it here. Can we?
Hey, we can literally leave at any time.
Have you guys finished
Can
eating? We should eat our fill.
Yeah, oh yeah, have we eaten? Like, are we gonna eat them, like, eat and leave? Yeah.
Wait, do they have mango tarts?
As you look around, Aquila, yeah, on the far side of the square, on the other side of the burning effigies of the Avatar, you can see fruit tarts on a large sign with all different types, and then underneath it has like "Try our mango tarts" on a sign underneath.
Maybe we're
next
just sticking
to
this
that-
stall over here.
Next to that, you can see there is a rather sad-looking merchant wheeling a barrow with a sign above it which says "Fresh Cabbages." You've seen this man before.
Sorry, I gotta do something. There's like
you
an urge
saw
coming
this-
over me right
you
now.
saw this
I
man
need to
in-
go do something.
You saw this man in the Siwong Oasis. You actually stole his wheelbarrow and used it
Oh,
to try and escape from town when you were in the Siwong Desert.
In the original timeline, but we don't necessarily know we did.
Yeah, not in this timeline.
Exactly. You don't know.
Because Shurva wasn't there to help with that.
It's actually the Time Lord he remembers.
I don't think we need mango tarts.
Yeah, we don't need them that badly, do we?
We still got some. I'm pretty sure we have.
We
like,
can
a
just stick
lot.
this stall that's right next to us here, and we can go, yeah.
Yeah, that's right,
We've
chat.
still
We're in the
got time to
callback
see
episodes
Spins are great.
where we call back to previous
Yeah.
ones.
Oh yeah, the wheels barrow.
The wheels barrow.
Because I asked how many wheels does it have.
My sassy.
Thank you. That sounds brilliant.
I still feel
Is it
bad.
wheelbarrow? How many wheels does it have?
To this day, I think the sassiest comment I've ever given in my life. Where Dave, so for context, Dave asked, like this wheelbarrow, how many wheels does it have? And I responded quite bitterly, well, it's a wheelbarrow, not a wheels barrow. So just the one. What an asshole. Sorry, Dave. He didn't deserve that. Oh man. Oh damn, that needs to be on a t-shirt. I'll sort
can
it
you
out.
do it?
I'll do that.
T-shirt. I'll buy it.
Done. Thank
I'll
you.
buy it too.
Thank you for your pity purchase.
It's not pretty purchase. You need to
Yeah,
rub
it's
it in someone's
sentimental
face.
value.
Oh my god, twice in one night. Tears, genuine tears. What do you guys want to do? Do you want these mango tarts, or are you ready to leave
I don't need
Chin
I think we
Village?
need- I think we've got
think
a
we're good
few
to
mango
fuck-
Nah,
tarts.
come on. There's so much more fun stuff here for you guys.
We have Mango
Yoshi.
Tart, and guys, while we're still in town, we still got to check out Chin the Great.
I agree with
Oh yeah,
Brandon.
we can stop by the statue. I just want to do something real quick.
Yeah,
Can
see
we
that.
fly there? Can we just fly?
Yeah, can we just fly to the statue, like real quick? Just fly to the statue.
Do you want to? So you want to
We
head
don't
back out of
have
town?
to- Yeah.
Oh no, we can't just jump on Mango right
Mango's
here
not
now.
in town with you. You can head back
Oh,
out of
God damn
town,
it.
get on Mango, fly
Yeah, and
over
then we'll
with Mango.
just fly past.
We
won't
parked
get
him
off.
out front of the car
We
park.
won't get off.
We won't get
the
off.
mango. We'll just fly
We're just gonna-
past, have a look, and then keep going.
Rung, do you need
Okay.
to be? You need to be on the Earth to Earthbend, right? Or can you Earthbend a statue while you're flying?
Gotta be touching it. Pretty sure.
Alright, so
So
can
you
quickly
no
jump off.
you don't have to be touching it. So
I don't need to be
no.
touching it.
So
It's-
there's many examples of earthbenders earthbending stuff that they're not physically in contact with. Like for example, on the ship with the prisoners who use coal to escape. I know you like this. You like this example, Rung. When they earthbend coal to escape after Katara like gets them excited, their feet are on metal, but they're earthbending the coal that's in front of them. So no, you don't need to be touching earth to earthbend. That's definitely not true.
Rock and roll. We can knock anything from
Rock and
anywhere,
roll.
brother. Let's go.
Sweet.
Oh, pin the beard on Roku. That's a great idea. Yeah. It's like, there's all carnival games. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, done. There's all carnival games around you as well. One of them is like put the arrow in Yang Chen, and like there's a target where her arrow tattoos are, and like a little bow that people are using to fire arrows. Arrow
Trevor,
tattoos.
Trevor, maybe I should have hit that guy.
There's
What
Dunk
sort of
Dunk
prizes do they
Kurok.
have?
You can see that there is a guy dressed up as Kurok sitting on a dunking chair with a pool of water underneath, and they're trying to dunk him into the water. For Avatar Roku, there's a spicy chili eating competition where they're eating flaming hot flakes.
Oh wait, hang on a sec. What do we win?
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to
What do we win for that one?
You can see. So, Mako, you wander on up, all excited, ready to see.
Yep.
The announcer is a rather fat Earth Kingdom. Probably, I'd say, like man in his like mid 40s. You can see that he has a bit of an Elvis kind of bod. Very strong upper body, but like that sort of like dad bod stomach. And as you walk up, he turns around and goes, "Hey there, you here to do the flaming fireflakes competition?
What do you win? What do I
Monetary
win?
prize, 200 gold pieces if you can get through the entire stack of fire." As he gestures over towards
Nice.
a
Yeah,
thank you,
big is
The
it?
fire
improvised on the
was
spot.
great.
Thank you. As you turn around, I can't believe that came into my head as a complete rhyme. As soon as I was like flaming hot flakes, I was like, you got to eat the entire stack of fire. There's an entire column, almost like a really oversized Pringles can full of flaming hot flakes that are spilling out over the top. Marco, as you walk up, you can see there's a couple of casualties of this competition. A young man, maybe only like a year or two older than yourself, from the Earth Kingdom, is crying while pouring milk over his face and eyes. You just hear as he's like trying to like get rid of the fire. There are two earthbending sisters that you think, given that they look so similar, probably in their late 20s, who are taking turns like fanning each other's mouths as like tears pour down their face, mucus like collecting around their nose and mouth as they're crying and trying to like get air into their mouths to fan off as they go, "It's so hot, it's so hot, it's so hot," as you walk past.
Well, sir, I would love to take part in this.
Well, you've got to put your money where your mouth is before the fire
shit.
goes in. Do you have 5 gold pieces?
Oh, yeah, yes, I have 5 gold pieces for you, sir.
Well, get right on up there and let's get this started.
Cool.
As you head on up to the platform,
I
a few
assume
other-
the 10 gold I had was Earth Nation gold.
It'd be Fire Nation gold, but it doesn't matter. Like they're willing to accept coins from other,
Cool. Coins,
other nations. At this point, Fire Nation currency is not burned, quote unquote, for being like vicious invaders. As you head up onto the platform, you can see 2 other Earth Nation citizens join you on the platform, Mako. One is an old woman, like we're talking late 80s, wizened and wrinkled. As she steps up onto the platform, walking with a little stick, she sits down next to you and goes, "Oh, I'm quite peckish. Could do with something with a little bit of bite." She like looks at the flaming hot flakes. The other guy who steps up
He's
onto
gonna
the platform is 6.5 feet tall, rippling with muscles, and he's just casually chewing on a massive chunk of crystal as he like steps up onto the platform.
That's not good for
away.
your indigestion.
What?
What? Nothing.
The announcer turns towards and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, rock on up. We've got ourselves another competitor for the Flaming Hot Flakes competition. Can they stand the heat? Or are they going to be heading out of the semifinals? Come now, let's go see if they can survive the Flaming Hot Flakes challenge." And as they walk on up, the crowds begin coming up, like clapping, going, "Woo! Now we've got ourselves a member from the Fire Nation. You'd think they'd know how to handle the heat. But this man, where's his muscles? He looks scrawny, he looks underfed. Maybe we can give him some nutrition with our Flaming Hot Flakes. What do you say, folks?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, woo!"
I look defeated.
It's
already begun and I'm just defeated.
You're just like,
Oh.
What was the prize again?
200 gold pieces.
200 gold. That's more money than, like, yeah.
It's a lot of money.
I have a plan if things fail.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know you do.
think I know what
you
this
do.
plan's going to be.
I know what this plan is and I don't like it, but I
Are
mean...
you going to try vomit bending? No, obviously you weren't going to do that, but...
If it helps at all, we have 114 gold currently.
What?
But we could have
what?
314.
When did we have money?
When your dad gave it to us.
Oh shit, I
Gave
forgot.
it to me
Yeah.
to look after you. And we haven't had to purchase anything because we've always just been in tribes where they've given us supplies.
Oh god, yeah. Forgot.
And you guys haven't like
allowance.
tried to like purchase like bending scrolls or like new equipment or you haven't bothered to purchase like any
Just
new weapons.
natural talent, really.
We haven't really seeked out anywhere to purchase things.
No.
Yeah, we haven't been anywhere.
And
to
I've made a
purchase
point
stuff
of
either.
every time you walk into a place describing like a market district, and you guys have been like, "Shut up, Owen. We're not interested in that. Take us to the place where they're burning effigies of people. That's where we want to be."
To be fair though, like some people did
fire in the wall.
get food at this festival, so should we
Free
be...
food.
Free
Was
food.
it free?
Free food.
I'd
Okay, never
already-
mind then.
I'd already
Yeah,
announced
well-
that it was free food. I'll let you into the secret. I too had also forgotten that you had that money from Marco's
Really?
father.
I
I
remember
really
that
remember the
It was
amount
like-
because it's in my inventory.
It was like
Yeah,
20 sessions ago.
I have
True.
10 gold from somewhere. I think we robbed someone at some point.
No, that's from your dad too. I
was
think
sitting here with,
Shurva.
like,
I think
10
Shurva like
gold
gave you like an
bucks,
allowance.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
an allowance? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
So
I'm
he
pretty sure.
entrusted most of the money
Like
to me, and then
Yeah.
I gave you a small. I think I gave everyone a small amount
Stipend,
when we
yeah.
first started,
Yeah, yeah.
and I kept majority of it without actually telling anyone how much I had.
Yeah. Only Shurva knew how much he had.
What a portion.
Fuck, okay.
When Mako remembers he's a spoiled rich boy.
It's been a while. It's been a
It
while.
really
so-
is though.
I
oh
forgot
my
how,
God.
Daddy.
forgot how spoiled I was.
Daddy. All right, here we go.
Aquila, there's a head nod towards you, knowing what might happen.
The larger Earthbender, Earth Nation's citizen on the other side of you, Mako, because you're right in between these two other competitors, the old woman and the jacked as shit Earth Nation citizen. As the announcer turns back, he goes, "Hey, stop chewing on that piece of Gemini. You can have that for after. No cheating." The really like overly buffed guy just looks down at the gem.
Sorry, I just read chat.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Bad idea. The guy looks down at the crystal and then smashes against his forehead into like a million pieces that just shatter into dust. And he goes, "Hurr, I'm ready." Hurr," and then looks down at the plate. The announcer sort of like takes a step back and goes, "Well, all right then. I'll just get you your portions of Fireflicks. Just try not to injure yourselves while I do it." Heads on over, begins like pouring out these large bowls of Fireflicks. So, Mako, you are handed a 30 centimeter diameter bowl, 20 centimeters deep. We're talking like quite a large bowl.
Oh, Jesus. That's a
Only
snack.
half full of flaming hot flakes. You can see that what is inside looks to be sections of... It's hard to say whether it's just deep fried dough or maybe some sort of like very flat pastry that's being deep fried, covered in chili flakes. There's chili seeds mixed throughout. In fact, actually, Mako, given you're from the Fire Nation, could you roll me with Could you roll me with focus, please?
Alice is cheering from the background. You got this! Yeah! Woo!
Really, it had to be focus. You had to pick like.
Yeah,
I think Mako may
go
die here.
Mako. Don't let the crystal smashing man kill you.
Mako 5. That is a miss. You've got no idea what the flaming hot flakes are made out of. Shurva, would you like to roll me with focus? I just realized that there's another member of the Fire Nation here who can get a good look at these.
11.
11. Shurva.
I have a +2 to focus.
Shurva, as you look at these, you know that these flaming hot flakes, it is indeed made with a pastry. The pastry is actually made from ground chili seeds. These are going to be spicy as you look at them. The glow coming off these as you look at them is there's almost like a heat haze, as if looking at a very hot road. There's like an aroma of just intense chili rising, and it's giving this heat mirage effect as you look down at the bowl, Mako.
Is it anything like what we have tried before? Like,
You get
would
the
we have
sense-
anything like that?
Well, I mean, you guys like spicy food in the Fire Nation, and you have something called flaming hot flakes. These are not what you're used to. You get the sense these are very spicy.
My indigestion. My personal indigestion's reacting to hearing this. Like, Jesus Christ.
Stream's frozen, by the way.
Stream's frozen.
Oh, sorry, I'm mid-battery change.
No, it's just I think it's just Brandon.
No.
Oh, is the whole stream frozen?
Everyone's moving.
I'm not getting any drop frames.
No one's moving.
No, I think we're fine.
We're good.
I think it might
Okay,
be you, Bree.
I refreshed and it's fine.
It's all good. I've got
Cool.
no. We're still at 0% dropped frames, which is actually amazing.
I only noticed that someone else
that-
said it.
Yeah, looks good. That was just Brandon saying perfect freeze frame.
That was my.
Yeah, that's Brandon.
No,
Yes.
After realizing they're not the same, there is a little bit of doubt and regret pouring over me. But
Woo,
I'm still
yeah, you got
gonna
this,
start with
Mako.
this.
Woo! Yeah.
I'll believe
Yeah,
in
eat
you.
the fire.
Al's giving me.
Taste the
You
flame
passed the
bow.
point of no return.
Touch the flame bow.
Woo!
Touch the flame. Yep.
Touch
cool.
the
You
flame.
said touch your eyes afterwards.
Don't
Yeah,
don't do that.
Oh Jesus! You go blind.
Actually, you
Don't
see like
Don't pee
limping away
afterwards.
from the table is a guy in his like late 50s, who like his eyes are so red and swollen, and you can just see tears pouring down as he goes, "Shouldn't have touched my eyes." He's like trying to like wipe away at the chili burn.
Oh my eyes.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands and feet away from the chilies at all times. You want to be putting these in your mouth, not near any other orifice. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Flame on.
And I just dig in.
Okay, Mako. I'm trying to think of what the best stat to roll here is. I think we're going to
Passion.
start off by rolling
Focus?
passion. Okay, yeah, I
Passion?
will allow you to roll with passion to start off with, as you like just go into this, and then I think it's going to be passion, and then focus, and then push your luck. So like you're going to
after
hit the burn
focus-
phase where you have to focus through it, and then push your luck to just survive.
That's
So
I think he might leave
13.
me after focus.
13. Marco. Sean Evans asked the questions while they're dying of spice. Oh my god, amazing. Marco, as you begin digging in, you're not even one spoonful in as you hear this cry of despair from the very buff Earth Nation citizen next to you. And he goes,
Yep.
"This is really hard!" As he begins like trying to like pour in his mouth and like pull the chili out. He's literally had like half a teaspoon. And you see him like blubbering as he runs off the stage. He trips over the table and lands face first into the cylinder of fire flakes.
Oh,
There's
no.
this moment of silence as the crowd looks on and like, and then you just hear this from like inside the cylinder. 2 earthbenders immediately come out and bend earth walls around the cylinder, and then earthbend the entire thing away as the announcer runs back and goes, having some technical difficulty, folk. Don't worry about him, it'll be fine. Carry on with the competition. I'll fetch some more flakes from backstage in a moment. Mako, with your absolute success, you begin powering through these hot flakes. You're just like, your spoon is moving at a blur as you passionately just
these
start
are good.
attacking. Next to you, you're eating it so quickly, the burn hasn't really started yet. You're just trying to get through this as quickly
It's
as
just,
possible. Next to you, you hear this And then you watch as you turn like spoon half up to your mouth as the old woman reaches down, takes up a spoon, looks at it, blows on it as if to cool it off, and then puts it in her mouth, and then goes, and then goes for another spoon really slowly, and then continues eating.
That immediate buff of him like getting like falling over, like running away, like the amount of like pride I had just goes away after that. Like after seeing her just like take it, also like nothing, I'm like, oh.
Would you like to roll me now with focus, trying to maintain your concentration, trying to push through?
Yep.
I will allow you to have a +1 to this, as Arl is calling out your encouragement from behind the scenes. I think that would have counted as the help.
Anything.
Success with consequences, 8.
I don't
Marco.
think, does a 9 change anything?
9, I think, is still success with
success with
consequences. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Cool.
Let me just double check.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
I'm just gonna prepare myself as well,
Okay.
just in case
do
he
you-
does not do well.
Okay.
Oh, shit, don't look at that roll. That roll was a mistake.
Okay,
That was
that's
just
fine. All good, I'll ignore it. 6, that's a miss. Oh, Mark, I'm so sorry. As you begin snorting hot flakes out your nose. No. With Arl calling encouragement from behind, going, yeah, Mako! Just like calling out encouragement. You turn back away from the old lady, steal your mind, and begin shoveling in these hot flakes again. As you look towards Shurva, what's your expression right now? Is it one of horror, encouragement? What are you? This is your ward right now, who's busy like submitting himself to probably the hottest food known to Earth Kingdom kind.
Honestly, probably encouragement, and also like a little bit of, if you don't do this, I'm disowning you.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's encouragement with consequences is essentially
we're from the Fire Nation. Spice is our thing. Like, you better power through this.
You better get through this. You fucking.
It's almost
baby.
like a knowing nod. Like, I know it hurts. Keep fucking eating. This is Fire Nation pride at stake.
Marco's like, don't leave me.
as you look over Mako and like take a big. You go, Brendan.
Let's go, Mako. Let's go, Mako.
Go.
Can you please roll me with passion? I want to see if the crowd pick up on this. Actually, there's one called Trick or Persuade an NPC. I think is there.
Can I give him the health action?
I'd say. I think roll with passion. Roll with passion. It's not really tricking. Tricking doesn't work here.
I'll join into this roll to give him a +1.
Absolute success, baby.
You're helping with Mako for the previous roll. 14, absolute success, doesn't matter. The crowd begin picking up this chant. You get the sense that they don't know who Mako is. They don't know who the old woman is. But like as soon as they're given a name to call out, because originally they were calling out this other name you didn't recognize, Brock. And then as soon as he like collapsed into the chilies, there was the silence, and they didn't really know who to cheer for after that.
Let's go, Brock.
But now as they're going, let's go, Mako, let's go. Let's go. Mako. Yeah,
Mako, got something. I'm not gonna
but also not enough of that song to get us in trouble. The crowd begin picking up on the cry, and sure enough, before too long, there's cries of like Mako coming from the crowd as they're calling out, going yeah, getting really into it. Mako, you just head down focus as you glance up towards Shurva and like give her a bit of a smile. A few like chili flakes falling out of your mouth. You see this like thumbs up, and then she looks at your bowl, and then she sort of tilts her head and then does like a finger across the throat to indicate you're dead if you fuck this up. And then
God.
Your sense of probably like joy is replaced with fear as you like focus back and go, okay, I just need to eat this as quickly as possible. Let me just get through this. You continue powering through the hot flakes. Could you please roll me with push your luck? As the old woman next to you just tilts the bowl up and begins essentially drinking the hot flakes.
That I can do for you.
12, absolute success. Marco, seeing the old woman lift the bowl and begin like just like inhaling these hot flakes. Who's summon a creature? You can't. Oh god. Oh no. What do you type it in chat what you're summoning and I'll find a way to fit it in. Holy shit. So for Avatar, it's a amalgamation creature. So half one creature, half another. Or you can save it for the Return of the Giants campaign tomorrow night if you wish. Up to you. So remember, if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast, you can spend channel points to summon creatures, give advantage, give disadvantage.
Also summon NPCs.
Also summon NPCs.
That hasn't happened yet.
Still hasn't happened.
I haven't had a chance yet. There hasn't been a good opportunity.
Is still like sitting in the queue from like
Don't worry.
15 days ago.
Half blue dragon, half red dragon. It's Mira. Mira just steps out. That's a good reference, man. Chumpette, nicely done. That's fantastic. Dealer's choice. Thank you very much, Bocage. Thank you. Dealer's choice it is. I will find an appropriate creature to fit into this.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
Reverse Chirpy. Oh god.
Oh god.
That is actually fucked. It's like a sparrow body with like the paws of a dog and the face of a beagle. Go on.
Chirpy's gone so mad, been neglected. He's just come out to attack.
Unagi is on the table. I could do something with the Unagi. I wasn't going to have them encounter the Unagi.
Oh, well, keep it that
I'll think about that. Mako, you just begin, you focus and concentrate, and you just... Oh, the burn is starting to appear. It starts off at the back of your throat. This intense, bitter heat that begins pushing forwards as it takes over your entire tongue. The taste buds seemingly catching fire as you're trying to get through this as quickly as possible. The way that these are cooked, the oil at the bottom of the pan has collected more of the chili. And as you're spooning in the flakes, you're now getting more of that chili oil at the same time. This heavily infused chili oil. It's brutal. But there's a part of you that this tenaciousness and this stubborn refusal to give in when you probably should stop sees you through, and you immediately finish the bowl and turn it upside down and slam it down almost 3 full seconds before the old lady next to you drops the bowl as a man rushes forward and goes, "Grandma, what are you doing up there? You've not got any taste buds. That's cheating," as he calls out from down below. There's this as the crowd respond, and as you're sort of standing there like,
oh god,
a young lad rushes up and hands you a pitcher of milk, which you, I'm assuming, immediately begin drinking.
Yeah. There's also like a little bit of flame just comes out of my mouth. Like a little bit of flame just comes out.
You're like, and then begin like drinking the milk. The crowd go, and the announcer turns towards the old woman, squints at her and goes, "Hang on a minute. You were here 2 years ago. You tried to pull this bullshit. Hey, get off the stage. Where are you?" And she goes, "You'll never catch me." And she gets up and then immediately begins very slowly like moving off the stage as the grandson goes, "Grandma, oh my god, you're so embarrassing. You can't keep doing this. Just because you don't have any taste buds left doesn't mean you can enter the Flaming Fireflakes competition every year. Fuck, Grandma." And he like rushes over and tries to like guide her away. She's like, "Don't tell me what to do. Fuck you. Fuck you all." She begins like wandering off the stage. The children who are there, the parents immediately like cover their ears like, oh my god. As the announcer goes, oh, sorry about that, folks. Should have been screening our entrance more appropriately. But hey, looks like we have a winner! And begins clapping and applauding.
Like I raise my hands up in victory, then I immediately go back to drinking milk.
As the announcer steps up onto stage, as the announcer steps up onto stage and leans in and goes, "In your own time, son, what's your name and where are you from?"
Mako, the Fire Nation.
Well, Mako of the Fire Nation, I'd say that your time in the Fire Nation probably has done you a bit of a solid with this competition, but hey, a prize is a prize. Let us present you with this 200 gold value statue of Chin the Conqueror. Sorry, Chin the Great. He wouldn't say Chin the Conqueror. Sorry, Chin the Great. As he hands over this very gold-looking statue to you of that shows.
So it's actually just gold, like a gold statue.
It's very gold-looking.
Gold looking. Supposedly
oh,
worth 200 gold.
Gold. You got a gold.
Yes, indeed. This rare collector's item has been valued by the mayor of our town at 200 gold pieces.
Can I just take the cash?
I'm sorry, no refunds. Thank you very much. Who's next to try the Flaming Hot Flakes competition? If you desire, set your mouth on fire for a prize that is beyond desire. As the announcer begins ignoring you.
Can he at least have his $5 back?
What was that? As he listens in and leans, thinking you're calling out to nominate. Are you joining it as well?
No.
Well, stop wasting my time. Everybody roll up for the Flaming Hot Flakes competition. We've only got 100 more of these limited edition statues to hand out today.
Ooh.
Oh, Mako. Guess first time you've been scammed in the Earth Kingdom, buddy.
Oh, my favorite thing to do is to
These
just...
aren't good people, right?
No. These.
Oh no, what made you think that? Oh, no.
These aren't good people. These aren't good people.
I swear,
These
this
are lovely people.
This isn't all Earth Nation people, by the way, Killer. This is just.
I go up to like.
It's not everyone here.
Some dude. Just some random dude in the crowd.
Punch you.
I'll give you this statue for 5 gold.
5 gold? Yeah, sure, mister. And he hands over 5 gold immediately.
Yep, cool.
And then he goes and sells it for 200 gold at the shop down the road.
You don't do that. I'm not.
As he grabs his statue and begins like holding it up aloft, it's like, I am the victor! One of his friends tackles him and takes the statue off him, punches him in the face, and then runs away. And he's like, no! Begins chasing after one of his mates as they begin fighting over this gold statue.
Yep.
You definitely could have gotten more money for it.
Oh yeah, no, this town won't exist when I'm gone.
I mean, I hate to say this, but this town definitely does exist because it's
They can
still there.
No.
For Avatar the Last Airbender.
They can rebuild.
Oh, they can.
rebuild.
They have 100 years to rebuild. That's a good point, actually. That's actually a really good point.
So most of the buildings here, they're made out of wood, right?
No, made out of stone. But there's a fair portion that are made out of wood. By the time that they come along, maybe it's all made out of stone. They learn their lesson.
I mean, stone can melt at high enough pressures, and you know a bit of force lightning.
Force lightning, yeah.
I kind of.
Let's just get a Kyoshi.
There is so much anger in me right now.
This place sucks.
Check out Chen the Great
Is
statue.
Is the guy still asking for volunteers?
Yes.
Can I bloodbend someone to lift up their hand?
Who?
That old guy.
One
that's
time you
standing
break
next to
your
us.
rule is now.
For anyone who hasn't been following, Aquila has been so careful to prove that he is like not just a bloodbender. He's a good person. He's like, I promise to never bloodbend again, and he hasn't. He has not
people are saying
bloodbended.
There's a
People
lot
are
of
saying
Aquila
no.
no in chat right now. There's a lot of like
And I'm saying Aquila, yes.
I support
Aquila-
face palming.
Marco even agrees with you.
And what you guys
You're not breaking
wouldn't have
anything,
seen
really.
It's not.
is there's a private chat in this call that we're in, which says
No. We don't need to worry about that.
So does
It didn't
blood
happen.
flow decrease pain? No,
No.
just force me to eat. That was the plan. Wanted to find some other way.
But we didn't have to do it.
It was never called upon.
Aquila, there's a lot of people that you
So you
could
make
make
blood
bloodbend. You can see there's some
Um,
small children.
no,
you can
no.
see there's some old
Yes.
infirm
Soda.
people. You can see.
I mean, your blood vessels do. Owen, you probably know this. Like, if you eat a lot of chili, like it probably like it dilates your blood.
Yeah,
vessels,
so
it, like,
chili
becomes
can
better.
cause vasodilation in low amounts. Not as much as alcohol. Alcohol is going to do a lot more vasodilation than chilies will. But yeah, so it does increase blood flow to the site of where the chili is applied. So capsaicin, that's why they use capsaicin in things like Deep Heat or Physio Cream, or other brands are available. Those like muscle things that cause a bit of warmth on the site. I think they use capsaicin to do that, and it increases. We're not sponsored. Yak2. Your cone. Yak2. That's such a dumb joke. I love it so much. Your cone, Yak2. Oh man, fucking nicely done. It's one of those jokes that only works if you read it, not if you say it out loud. Yak1, Yak2.
So that old guy that was standing up
just
next
gotta
to us
Yeah.
before.
he's actually moved off a while ago because he was going to accompany you to the statue, but then when you guys didn't want to go with him, he went off on his own.
Is the guy that was carrying the torch around?
Yeah, he's not very far away.
Oh
He's currently like showing off his muscles to like a group of Earth Nation girls who are like, oh, he's like going like, yeah. And there's also a couple of like younger lads there too, being like, oh, as they look at him. He's like, yeah, as he looks down at them as well.
It's the Avatar, yeah.
As it's like, any more volunteers for the Flaming Hot Flakes Challenge? You immediately bloodbend, and as he's like doing this like flex, suddenly his arm goes like straight up, and he goes, "Oh, wait, what? I don't. Over there, we have ourselves. Hey, well done for volunteering. Not enough of the spotlight for this young Earthbender. The flames of his torch were not enough. Now it's time to taste some real fire." As the unfortunate Earthbender's like, "No, I don't want to participate." No, as you begin, I'm assuming bloodbending him to walk up. Yeah.
He starts walking.
So there is a point where you do have to make a roll for me to see how well your bloodbending is doing.
Hit me.
Could you? Could you please make a roll?
Nothing immature.
Yeah, roll with what?
Would Shurva notice him bloodbending?
Yeah, he fucking like holds up his hands like some sick puppet master and begins like puppeteering this man.
You know, we all see this happen.
It's pretty obvious.
Did it, like...
Yeah. I actually, in my mind, the way Aquila bloodbends is that he actually pulls out like an actual puppet and begins like controlling the puppet, and that's what then begins. Like, would that? Do you reckon that'd be fair?
Like some weird voodoo.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Super creepy.
You quickly just whittle them out, just like in a little block.
It's just rough. Yeah, it's just rough. Could you please roll me with focus, Aquila?
Shit. Fuck.
What are your principles again, Aquila?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness and action.
Okay, definitely move your balance towards action, please, as you do not forgive this town for the crime of being a town, and you instead immediately...
Oh, we're all going to go real bad this session.
That's a 4. That is a miss.
I think that's a 40.
No, it's a 4.
So he walks 4 steps and eats 4 bites.
As he begins like resisting and concentrating, you have to like you're really trying to hold this blood. He goes, "Oh, I'm not in control of my body. Guys, I'm not in control of my body. I don't want to do this." As like, holding his hands up, a couple of the girls who are around him be like, as he's like not acting like some buff superhero. A couple of the guys who are around him are like, "Oh," as he's acting like this very emotional creature that they can now connect with on a deeper level.
Oh god.
As I said that, I felt this like on my leg. It was really spooky. It was just my dog. Jesus, Lucy, that was terrifying. I wasn't expecting that. It's like that horror story where the girl's like, oh, what's that? I can't remember it, but it's like she's like high, like there's a serial killer out, and she's like her dog's like licking her hand, and then she wakes up in the morning and the dog's not there, and she's like, well, who was licking my hand? Oh, the serial killer.
Such an old story.
Such an old story. I feel like that's a very 90s kids story. 80s and 90s kids.
It's the dripping of the shower, and she goes in and like tightens all the taps, and then she comes back in and she feels like a warm splutter, and the dog's on like the roof above the shower, and that's what's making the dripping noise.
Oh, that's so much worse.
And then she looks back towards the bed and realizes that something's been licking her hand from under her bed.
That's awful. I'm not sleeping tonight.
Just
thank you for that,
point
Bree.
there.
You're so welcome.
Like,
Mr. Hurst! As like Stitch runs out from behind the bed. That's right, Disney. I've
can I
ruined
go
your
up to this
character.
dude?
What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sorry, Mako.
Can I go up to this dude and just grab his hands with my hands that have been touching the flaming hot Cheetos?
We can't call them flaming hot Cheetos, obviously.
Sorry, flaming hot, whatever.
Thank you.
Flaming hot. Chili.
Yeah,
what are you calling them?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, you
Yeah,
run
yeah,
up and you grab his hands.
Like, just try to like bring them down so like he's not bringing them up anymore. And I'm just gonna say, just make sure you rub your eyes. Just make sure everything's okay.
What?
Just rub your eyes so that you gain control of your body again. I've seen this happen before.
Wait, you've seen this happen before? Can you please roll me to trick an NPC?
Yes, 100%.
I've got a feeling you will.
Ah, shit.
No.
Yes, success with consequences.
7, success with consequences. As he like fights to get control of his hands, he's like pulling one arm down, and then as you hold his hands, he's like, oh, okay. And then brings his hands up and like rubs his eyes. And then as he like gets halfway across, there's this pause. And you hear him go, why? And then he begins to just like crying and like holding his going, as he's trying to wipe away and claw at his eyes. And then begins running off, stumbling over, crashing into one of the flaming statues before he then falls onto the bonfire. No. As he crashes into one of the flaming statues, bumps into it, and then begins running away into the town going, worst Avatar day ever! He's like trying to like get the chili oil out of his eyes.
I feel accomplished.
Alrighty. What do you guys want to do?
So,
The
guys,
great statue.
do you want to go to the statue?
Great.
I really want to see that statue. Can we also get Mango to meet us at the statue real quick?
How far can you yell yip yip, Al?
I can just get Mango and meet you guys at the statue.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important that he's there.
Mango's a girl, Mako.
That she's there, sorry.
Rude. Sorry, he's got chili on the brain.
Yeah, chili on the brain.
Al rolls his eyes and walks away to get Mango.
Okay. As you head back out of town, you can see that there's a couple of youths, not much older or younger.
Sorry, is the fruit tart place on the way out?
No, it's further into the town.
Mango would love a mango tart, but she also doesn't know there's a mango tart. Okay, yeah, I'll go to Mango.
I'm pretty sure we still have mango tarts on Mango.
I
That's why I
have
robbed them,
3
mango
in my
tarts.
inventory.
Yeah,
I think
3
we have,
mango
like-
tarts in
I
your
think we have
inventory.
like 3 each.
I think I ate all mine. I won't lie to you.
It's better when you steal it.
Yeah.
No, they're free. All the food here is free.
You can still steal free things, I guess.
No, you can. By
Yeah,
definition, you can't, Brandon. By definition, free things have no
Brandon can
owner,
steal it.
therefore cannot be stolen because there is no owner. Like the chain of ownership can't be
I'm a
broken.
bad boy. I
If
steal
you
free
want to
samples
believe
of
that.
wool.
Yeah,
Don't
just
cost
sometimes I
me.
like to imagine that I steal coal from the ground when I'm down there mining. It's like a pretty tough thing that I do. I'm actually a bit of a hardened criminal. I steal
put
steal
it in
from
my pocket.
the mines.
Yeah.
Yeah, some call it mining. I call it very
Steal
tough
from the earth.
thievery. Yeah.
I call it theft of the earth.
I call it pillaging and plundering this precious earth for resources which, as we use, we literally hasten its speedy demise. What a legend.
What I'm really stealing is the future of these generations.
Literally, their children are going to be drowning as the ice levels melt and cause the entire world to flood. Well, the earthbenders will. The water tribe will probably be fine.
Yeah, burn more coal.
Bird more
How
coal.
far away is
Yeah.
the statue?
From where you guys are in the center of the village, yeah, like a 5-minute walk tops.
How far away is Mango? 5 minutes the other way?
Like a 15-minute walk.
Okay. I'll quickly head to Mango then.
Yeah, as you head back out, you pass by a group of youths who are kicking a ball around. They've set up 2 very small makeshift goalposts. They look like large hoops, large circles set up, standing vertically on poles. And you can see they're trying to kick the ball through into the hoops using earthbending. They're actually using a style of earthbending to try and like propel the ball upwards. And as you pass them by, you can see them like calling out as the ball that you look down is actually painted as if it's the head of Avatar Roku.
Everything that's about to happen to these people is deserved.
So for those of you who are wondering,
like,
when I
what
watched the
that
episode, I think it's called Avatar Day from memory with Chin Village, I thought to myself, they went pretty far, but they could have gone further. And that's what this episode is. Me just being like, yep, I reckon there's a line and I reckon they should have crossed it and taken it too far. So that's what we're doing. Chin Village just really going into the Avatar Day and taking it way too far. But as you get back to Mango and jump on back and call out, yip, you manage to take off. And get to. That's true. They were going to boil the Avatar in oil. That's a good point, chat. Actually, if anything, I've got quite a long way to go before it's too far. I forget that boiled in oil. It's a classic line. Oh man, yeah. I'll have to. I mean, we can do the wheel of punishment with this. I'm sure there's still time to have these guys strung up for some crime that they didn't commit.
There will be crime.
There will be crime. I didn't even know.
There will be crime.
Oh, fantastic. That's what I like to hear. As you get on the back of Mango and yip up, and you begin heading down along the cliff face and around the side. You can see there's a small landing area next to the statue and the temple, but it's going to be quite a tight fit. You're probably going to be quite close to the statue.
We'll just hover around and wait till I see the others, and when they want to be picked up, I'll just pick them up.
Okay, brilliant. As you begin sort of like flying around, keeping a view, you can see the temple itself looks like this open air structure, almost very Grecian in origin, very, very like a Greek temple. And at the very edge of the cliff face, set in stone, is a tiny footprint. As you fly past and get a bit of a peek, you can see the statue of Chin, just a little bit back from it, is mighty, carved of this almost like a red granite. As it stands above the rest of the town, looking, very, very regal, very stunning. This red granite statue, arm held aloft in a clenched fist high above, the other arm held down, and you can see he's wearing these massive boots with the very typical Earth Nation armor from that period, layers of hardened cloth typed over one another. I still have a couple of bottles of whip oil. What? Why am I reading this?
Hey?
Who said that? I can't see who said that because it says someone.
Who would have oil
Has to be Mako.
or a whip?
Would have to be Mako or Shurva.
Definitely Al.
Definitely. Yeah. Chat want the Wheel of Punishment as a
Oil
1d20 table. Yep, done. I'll write it
Why
up.
do I
and
have
chat
to spin the wheel?
Done.
I remember whip oil.
Yeah. I used
That's how I light my
Bengal
whip
gas
on
light.
fire.
Yeah.
I was thinking my head was like WD-40 for your whip.
No, that's how it gets lit on fire.
It'll be a D8 because I believe the original one had only 8 punishments on it.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, here we go. I found it. I found the Wheel of Misfortune. Excellent. Wonderful. No reason. Don't worry about it. As you guys, you can do a bit of a flare, and the rest of you begin heading towards the statue. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Rung is definitely heading to the statue. What are the rest of you doing? Mako, Shurva, Aquila, what would you 3 like to be doing?
I'm hanging with Mako.
I'm looking for a nice area while heading to the statue that has like a bunch of wooden, like, buildings that have wooden components to them, like close together. There's
a group of stables, not currently occupied by... what are some riding animals for Avatar? Let's say some chicken horses and ostrich camels. Not currently occupied. They sound horrifying again. I'm actually incapable of creating...
those are really...
Ostrich camels, eh?
Ostrich camels sound horrifying, and chicken horses don't sound great either. Can you imagine? Like, it's got the head of a chicken and like the legs of a. It's like a hippogriff, basically. A chicken with like a big rooster feathers.
Yep.
Would the camel have the legs of an ostrich?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Oh
yeah,
god.
The humps as well.
My humps?
Yeah, you just see like
my lovely ostrich humps.
Pulls his head out, it's like spits at you.
Ostrich horse is one of the ones the Earth Kingdom use. Boom! It's a thing. Ostrich horse is a thing. Boom. I knew my memory was good.
I need to look this up.
They
now.
crossbred them.
Crossbred them. Yeah, exactly. The stables are currently empty, but you can see there's a group of 4 stables which are joined together and are all made of wooden beams with mud brick holding the beams in place into the ground and filled with hay and other kindling.
Cool. Shurva.
You could have gone with ostrich horse and instead you made a worse monstrosity. Yep, you're welcome. May it haunt your dreams tonight.
You know how the
Lost Archives guarantee.
Yeah.
Can I borrow one for a minute? By borrow, I mean you're not going to get it back, but it's for a good cause, I swear.
This is expensive. Do you know where I can find more of this? Like,
You
I've
just
only
probably
got
at a shop.
$2.
Probably at a shop somewhere.
Yeah, where?
I haven't actually seen her shopping in a while.
I'm convinced that shops don't exist around these parts.
You're literally walking past a general store as they're calling out, "Whip oil!
Shit!
Whip oil for sale!"
No, don't worry. I'm gonna buy some oil from this general store that's right here.
As you walk on in, there's a quite a younger looking shopkeeper, maybe in their early 20s. As you step in, goes, "Oh, hello there. Are you looking for some lantern oil? We've got a special deal."
Yes, please. Would love some. You know, gotta burn those statues.
Yes, we've quite a popular item today. People are getting lots of lantern oil to help burn statues of the Avatar. You know how it is on a day like today. So we offer an Avatar Day special for kindling, paints, and oil.
Oh, I'll take some kindling and some oil, please.
No problem at all. I can give you, let's say, 250 mils of lantern oil and a bundle of kindling for only 5 silver pieces, so half a gold coin.
I'll take 2 golds worth.
2 golds worth, no problem at all. So that'll be 1 liter of lantern oil.
I hate everything that's happening here.
So that's 1 liter of lantern oil and 4 bundles of kindling. Please enjoy.
Awesome. Do you have anything else for sale? Like, just I've never really been. I haven't been shopping in a while, and I'm just really curious. What do you have to say?
All sorts of traveling supplies, some
to
traveling
be fair,
rations.
Marco would have
some
never
rope.
gone shopping himself.
No, he has people for that, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rope, I think we're good. Traveling supplies, I think we have.
This person
Actually, the lantern oil is harvested from squid sharks. It's quite
Harvested from wild lantern.
There's lantern fruit. We squeeze it for its oil. Oh my god, that reminds me of the funniest.
Free range organic lantern.
This is a slight aside, but it is a very funny story. This is a story that I have to say comes with lots of love for vegans. I want to put that on the table first. But my dad, who's a bit of a troll, when he was a lot younger and living in England, had a friend who was vegan and was very newly vegan and was a bit anxious about eating things that weren't vegan. And he'd asked my dad, like, all throughout the night, is this vegan? Is this vegan? My dad was like, yeah, definitely. Like, I've catered for it. I promise. I've done my research. I know what vegan is. I'm on it. And then at the very end of the night, he served him a cup of tea. And the guy took a big drink and then went, "Oh, is this vegan?" And my dad was like, yeah. They're like, "Oh, it tastes a bit different. What's in it?" My dad's like, "Oh, it's Earl Grey tea. It's got bergamot oil in it." And the person's like, "What's bergamot oil?" And my dad, who has the same streak that I do for cheekiness, goes, "Oh, well, it's a small flightless bird that they squeeze for its oil." Which
That's
is
amazing.
Still to this day, one of my favourite stories my dad's ever told me. I'm very much like my
great.
dad. We're quite similar in that
so
way.
So good.
That's some good dad humour.
Oh, so good.
Bergamot oil, though.
Oh yeah, bergamot is a
It's
small
like
flightless,
sweet.
similar to a puffin, and they squeeze it for its oil. Quite endangered, actually. David Attenborough's doing a special on them next week. Oh, the bergamot is a rather rare bird, hunted almost to extinction for its delicious oil. The method of harvesting is quite brutal. They take the bird and capture it and hold it by the neck and legs and rotate slowly as they squeeze.
You see the children on the beaches getting the fresh oil.
It's a very special. So in the world of Avatar, no, we're not going to do a small flightless bird that they squeeze for the oil.
So back to shopping. Just bring it back.
We've got lengths of everything a traveler might need or general goods. We've got lots of ingredients, flour, eggs. If you're looking to take some food, some ingredients on the road to cook, maybe some travel bread or whey bread. We've got rope. We've got traveling cloaks. We've got tents. We've got some bags that can be used to.
Wait, do we have
some
tents
canvas.
or did we lose our tents?
You lost your tents.
Okay, how much is it? How much is a tent?
You could say.
Yeah,
Past tense. Thank you, Brandon.
We each have a bedroll.
Each of you has a
We
bedroll.
We not have
We have a
Yes.
bedroll. We don't have tents.
Yes.
Cool. How much is a tent?
Well, it depends on the size. If you're looking for just a one-man tent, a length of canvas with some tent poles, you're looking at about a gold piece. If you're looking for something a little bit larger with walls and a door and a floor, probably up to about 20 gold pieces for a really nice top
How
of
many
the...
people would that fit, though?
Oh, you could fit 8 people in there quite comfortably.
And a mango.
And a mango.
I mean, you could fit a mango
James and
fruit in
the
there.
giant
Yeah, no problem, because she doesn't have the context of a mango. So yeah, you could fit
Give me
mango.
one sec. Give me one sec. I run back out with like a bunch of like tin on the one like arm and like a can of oil. Shurva,
Yeah.
Do we need a tent?
It's not a bad idea. What have you
I'm
bought?
celebrating.
Celebrating what?
It's Avatar Day.
You hear from around you this very drunk, like 19-year-old but he goes, "Whoa! Avatar Day! Avatar Day!" As he hears you say,
damn right, kid.
"Yeah, burn it all!" As he walks past.
Do you want to buy a tent?
It's funny that these guys have all started getting an American accent. I don't know why that's happened.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah,
Very
I'll
valid.
come in and I'll come in and buy the tent. And I'll
Okay,
put it
cool.
with
Can
my-
I leave that to you? I gotta do some stuff.
Where are you going?
I gotta set up some stuff.
Set up?
Yep. Be right back. I just leave.
Okay.
I just
Shurva,
head towards the
Shurva, we're
stables.
going to stick with you for the moment because I've got a feeling we're going to be ending on Mako's poor decision, same as we do most sessions. Shurva, as you step on into the general store, you can see behind the counter a woman in her early 20s, black hair tied back into a very short ponytail, very bright green eyes, dressed in a green stained apron over a light white tunic and some brown linen pants. And as you step in, she goes, "Oh, hello there. Oh, are you friends with the Fire Nation boy who came in before?"
Yeah. We're travel companions.
Oh, lovely. He was asking about the
Not
tent.
friends.
No, friend.
Not friends. She had to specify
No,
that. We noticed that, Bree.
I was actually also looking to sell some items. Can I do that here? Or?
Yes, there are some items I could probably take off your hands. What are you looking to sell?
I have
Mako.
some furs
Mako.
from the Northern Water Tribe
Oh, of
that
course.
I would like. They would probably honestly make great kindling for Avatar Day because we hate the Avatar.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, absolutely. We all fuck the Avatar. It's the new. Apparently, that's the new saying.
Catchphrase.
Yeah, it was down with the Avatar, but I forgot it briefly in the moment, so I went with fuck the Avatar, and now I have to stick with it.
We said it after the first minute anyway for YouTube, so
Yeah.
it's fine. We can swear a word now. It's okay.
Oh, is it only the first minute that YouTube checks for swear words?
Yeah.
First, it's either first 7 seconds or first minute. Somewhere between there. It's like first 7 seconds. Playing
It's a
it
very
like
big
rough,
difference.
But after a minute,
Well, just-
yeah, it's one of those
just leave
things.
it
I think they
after a minute.
changed it or something. It's like,
But, like,
just be careful.
Good
after a
thing our
minute, something
intro
like that.
goes for that long.
Yeah.
oi, our intro's perfect.
It's never changing.
I say as we're about to re-record the intro tonight. As
Our intro
the
will be perfect.
intro will be perfect. As the lady goes, "Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Well, I can probably buy some furs off you. We probably won't burn them. It's coming to winter. I might try and sell them, I think."
Yeah, awesome. They are authentic from the Northern Water Tribe, so they'll keep you really nice and toasty.
Oh, wonderful. You sure you don't need these now that winter's on the way?
No, probably not.
Brilliant. Okay, you had your out. Well, fantastic. I can probably, let's have a look. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe you've got 5 there?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I still have mine. With me.
For the purposes of this argument, I'm going to say Shurva's got one of the saddlebags with her.
Probably.
Okay, Dad.
Well, no problem at all. I could probably sell 1, 2, 3, 5. I could probably give you about, let's say, 8 gold pieces for all those.
How about 10?
Ooh, tell you what, you're looking at buying some things, right?
Yes.
Why don't I can give you a bit of a discount. If you're going to be buying something, I can give you a 10 gold discount if you hand over the furs. It's the same as me giving you the 10 gold, I just don't have all the small change with me right now. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great, actually.
Brilliant. Well, I believe your friend was asking about the 8-man tent. Fantastic. Yeah, she reaches down behind the counter and slams it up on top of the counter. You can see this large canvas wrapped tent with straps to hold on to, and also large straps that you can wear it as a backpack too.
Sweet.
In this very
Awesome.
traditional dark green Earth Nation coloring.
We can change it later.
We can
Great.
die
Well,
that.
normally this would be 20 gold pieces, but if you're giving the furs, 10 gold pieces.
Absolutely. I
Fine.
hand them over.
brilliant. It looks like you're doing a bit of travelling. We also have a special on some cooking supplies as well. If you have a look over here, we've got some pots and pans that are fireproof, made of a very, very nice banded iron. They're quite heat resistant and will transmit heat without burning or scorching and without damage to the iron itself. Guaranteed 300 cooks, no cracks.
That's all good. I don't need anything else.
Oh, okay, well, thanks for stopping by.
For reference for everyone else, because you probably don't remember what we got from the Water Nation.
Yep, thanks.
We each got a water skin, bedroll, flint and fire starter, bone-handled multi-purpose knife, pot and pan, mug and cup, plate and bowl.
Yep.
I'm just gonna that went too fast for me to remember, so you're just gonna have to remember.
I'll send it to you, so you can add it to your inventory.
Because that went too fast. I went right into.
No, you were exiled.
I don't know if Aquila would have those.
To be fair, though, Aquila did spend a number of days, actually a couple of weeks, I think it was like a week by yourself in the wilds. Well, I say the wilds, near an Earth Kingdom village where you hung out with the local youth who then like stole alcohol with you and then ended up getting you in trouble. Probably you've acquired some traveling items for you. You've probably got a bedroll of your own. Look, let me rephrase it. You would definitely have a bedroll of your own. You'd probably have a drinking horn carved out of the horn from a moose elk. No, it wouldn't be a moose elk. It'd be like a moose seal. Oh, elephant seal, literally elephant seal. Hey, he's actually got one. Oh my god. Didn't even know that.
I found it.
That's amazing.
No, you're a Viking.
You
That's
don't have a
fantastic.
drinking horn?
I want one.
Pretty
Nah.
cool.
Just haven't. It's never been on my like top of my priority list to purchase. There's always other things I want slightly more.
Nah.
Okay, well, Avatar Legends was one of them. So, I mean, if I'd prioritized the drinking horn, we might not be playing this today.
Should have got a horn.
Amazing. Perfect. Well, Shurva, you hand over the 10 gold and the furs, take them out of your inventory, and you can head back out into town with a...
We're gonna freeze to death.
An 8-person tent on your
I
back.
have kept the sand shoes though, just in case.
Just in
we're
case.
Still not out of the Fire Nation. So everyone should still have sand shoes except Aquila.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep.
As you guys begin heading towards... Shurva, as you begin heading towards
Yeah.
the statue, sort of, that was the last place where everyone agreed to meet
Probably,
up. And probably is the direction you would have seen Mako head. Mako, are you hanging out with Rung and Aquila? Are you taking them with you on this journey, or are they...
I'm following. I'm like
Okay.
a little puppy right now.
Okay. Rung, are you heading straight to the statue to check it out, or are you with Aquila? And
Yeah, I'm going straight there. I'm sightseeing the Earth Kingdom right now. This place I haven't been.
Do I get
Sure,
wrong?
these guys are a
This is the
little
question.
bit off tap, but you know, check
Does
it
it-
out.
Definitely get
Aquila,
one.
Run
Aquila.
would be helpful.
Rung. Do you think Rung would be like keen for this? Seeing what I have, you know what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Yeah, cool. Avatar Day. Rung.
Yeah.
You busy? You wanna come help me do something real quick?
Oh, we're going statue. Check that out.
Yeah, we want to make a quick stopover first. though.
We're gonna go somewhere else first.
I'm down for the boys. Let's go. Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, cool.
Woo,
Yeah,
Avatar
the
Day.
boys.
Yeah.
I passed
What are we doing?
Aquila.
Oh, the last time we had a boys outing was in the Northern Water Tribe.
Aquila.
Was with Aquila as well.
Right.
I passed Aquila all the like the wood and like whatever it is to start a fire. Just I'll trust this to you.
Yeah, cool.
Chat like, oh no, not the boys outing. Yeah, we remember from last time.
What
This
could
was
go
not good.
wrong?
I think it went pretty well.
It
Actually.
went
No, it did-
really well.
Okay,
Yeah, look,
you're
we
heading
gotta
for the
kill
stables, I'm assuming at this
Yep.
point.
Yep.
Alright, in the interest of keeping things moving and because I know where this is going. Mako, you lead the others around the side towards the back of the stables, getting out the kindling and your oil. What would you like to do?
Do you want to set up that and I'll just do this and I
Yeah,
start
I'll
dousing
place
my
the kindling in a little section.
I'll start dousing the building.
Okay, so
Hidden,
you're just
of course.
literally splashing the lantern oil all over the back of the building.
Yep.
And the kindling just chuck it in there as well, or are you like carefully arranging it?
I'm carefully arranging it.
Okay.
I want
And
to
there's
make
like a
sure
li-
it goes up.
There is also like a little trail of the oil that is going towards like the wall of the building from
Okay.
the Kindle.
I'll be keeping
just
an
to-
eye out. I'm keeping watch right now. Just
Dad, is Sorry, Dad.
For those of you who are
Daddy.
listening and wondering why I'm not responding to Archie, I'm trying my best not to
I raised my
encourage
hand.
this
He raised
behavior.
his hand in every
Yeah, but he
day.
also called me Dad, and I'm not
Dad,
encouraging
sorry.
this
He's
behavior.
very polite about it.
Sorry.
Would
Daddy,
you prefer
Except
father?
Daddy.
Daddy.
Archie, what do you want? No, no!
Oh,
Yes, Archie.
Is
Yes,
oil,
son.
Is oil liquid enough for me to bend?
No, it's not water. It's liquid enough, but it's not water.
Okay.
Famously, oil and water are polar opposites.
Sure.
Famously
Famous
very
things
different
they
substances.
Don't fix.
Can I?
Yeah, well known to
I
be
wanna-
very different.
I want to be
So
a
can
little
he bend
bit
cream? Cream?
He can bend the milky bit of the cream, not the fatty bit.
What about butter?
No, definitely not.
I
Butter's
can't
mostly
believe
fat.
it's not butter.
butter. He's a butter bender.
Butter
Um,
bender.
Can I want to be a little bit safe.
Okay.
Can I make like a little water, like wet the ground around the house?
Hey, what are you doing?
Strategically, there are a number of troughs filled with water
what are you
to
doing?
provide.
What?
I said just
I
let
don't.
it happen.
Am I hearing
Just let it
this?
happen.
What
Yeah.
he's thinking of doing?
Yeah.
Just want to throw this out here. Generally, if there's a fire, water is not the solution when it comes with an oil fire or a fat fire of sorts like that. It generally makes things much worse if you're using it to protect yourself.
How do
If
you?
you want it to go
Wrong.
much
What?
faster, it would be brilliant.
Have you read a book again? What
Have
we
you?
told
Did you read?
What
Think
have we
about it.
told
He
No, I
works
tried
with-
putting out a
he
fire
works with
once as a
coal.
kid with water. Yes,
Like he
yes,
would have a
things that
lot
catch
to
fire.
do. He would have a lot to do with fires and things like that. Working in a coal mine around coal
Yeah.
factories.
When, you,
Why do you keep saying
when you're
coal
cooking
like that?
bacon from a
Because he
long
loves
day of digging and it catches fire and you
Okay.
throw water on
Let's
it.
get this organized.
All right, I'm still putting water around.
Cool.
At least in my mind, I'm doing a good thing.
I want to use my protector's burden to
Know
track
where Mako is.
down.
Yes, good idea. I love the
You
idea
saw
of
that
like-
roll, didn't you?
Yeah. No. I just knew that was coming. I haven't seen the roll yet. Is the roll
Yeah,
the 9?
so,
Success with consequences?
Yeah, but it has a +1 because I've recently protected or
Yes.
helped him.
So 10
I keep
total.
forgetting to do it at the beginning of
That's okay.
sessions.
That's okay. So 10
Can't
is full
stop this.
success. No,
Yeah, so I can.
I didn't see the
hold
roll,
you.
but I knew that it was inevitably coming when they started
Wait, so
talking about.
milk is I can bend milk?
No, so you can using your bending, much
Hey,
like the
you can
swamp
melt.
benders, much like the swamp benders in the can bend the water in the plants. If you practiced and devoted your life and study to this, you think maybe you could learn how to bend the water in milk.
You
Such
could
a
be a
weird
baker.
question. Why am I answering this?
I could be a milk bender.
Yeah,
You're
could
the
just be
milkman.
with Cows, just milking them from the distance.
Oh, why'd you make it so weird? Moving on. Shurva, as you like
That's you,
focus and begins concentrating, your protector's burden, it's not like you just magically know where Mako is. It's more like you know Mako so well. You're like, all right, I saw Mako holding a liter of lantern oil and 4 large bundles of kindling. He's clearly going to go set some shit on fire. What's the most flammable bit? It's the stables. Okay. He's going to be
Yeah.
there. And you immediately just head straight towards the
Guys,
the
we ready?
stables. You come around the corner as Marco's standing over there with his flint and steel ready, looking
No,
down.
I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to set on fire bending.
Okay, you come around the corner as Marco's there, like clicking his fingers, creating a little bit of flame in his hands. He looks down, like, guys, you ready? And you see that the stables stink of oil, and Aquila's still just finishing off this little, like, he's water bending out of the water trough for the horses, for the ostrich horses, and making a ring of water, a wet mud around the outside of the stables as you come around the corner, and you see them all there ready to go.
Cool. 3,
Aquila,
2,
Yeah.
1,
why are you trying to protect the town?
go.
Okay. Mako, you just click your fingers and send a gout of flame. The oil catches fire very quickly. It is lantern oil. It is refined so that it has a very, very high burn heat. It immediately catches fire, and with this rush, the entire
Okay, guys,
stable
let's go.
quickly bursts into flame. There's a moment of ooh from the town, and then oh, becoming cries of alarm, as initially it's thought to be some other like demonstration, and then it's a realization that it's not something for the purposes of entertainment. The sound of booted feet begin coming from around the corners, and as you guys begin rushing, you see a number of soldiers rushing towards the site of the a number of guards, town guards and soldiers rushing towards the stables. A number of them immediately begin forming a bucket chain. 2 of them stop and look around going, gonna be some children here somewhere doing a Avatar Day prank. In high spirits, find them right now. Bring them back here. We're gonna be rolling the wheel of punishment tonight, boys.
Where is Al with the goat?
Al's over at the statue.
Yeah.
How far away from the statue?
You guys are probably like a 5-minute walk. I'd say
not
a
a
2-minute
walk.
sprint.
How much is it in run? Yeah.
Maybe a 2-minute sprint.
Cool.
Maybe less. Maybe a 1.5-minute sprint.
All right, leg it.
Leg it. Let's go.
I mean, suddenly legging it through town does draw attention to you, and before too long, some of the guys begin going, "Hey, who are those people running away? After them!" and begin chasing after you guys. As you begin sprinting through the town, rushing through, dodging through, a couple of earthbenders make a bit of an effort. Yeah.
Rung, when we get to the statue, I need you to topple it.
Certainly try.
Yep.
So, like, as we're running through the town, like, it's like wafts of people, isn't it? That was sort of running through. Like,
Yeah.
Can I try and like whip them out of
Could
the
I,
way?
like-
Using bloodbending.
No, water.
Oh, okay. You can try and like push them aside.
Come on.
You can try and push them aside.
Where's
I mean,
the water from?
he's
I got
water
my
skin.
little-
And there's
I was gonna
trucks
say,
everywhere.
if they,
Not
I was
everywhere,
gonna say, if they
just at
start
the
getting too
staples.
close to us, I can either like stomp up a wall behind us, or I can just stomp the ground beneath us as we're running. We're very close together, and just like try and like projectile
Roughen
us
the terrain.
away if we get too close.
You can also, Rung, I believe you can also loosen the earth underneath and turn it into not full sand, but at least loosen the earth. Yeah.
I
As you
nearly
learned from
forgot about my
sandbenders.
mud bending. Yeah. Oh, can I do that behind me?
It's not mud bending, but you can loosen the earth and like
loosen it.
fragment it so it becomes almost like a finer, loose earth, and so people can sink into it with their feet and lose a lot of their kinetic energy when running. It's because it's much easier to run on a hard surface because you can give the full push off and sprint. You're not losing that downward force into the earth as it compacts, but you can loosen that and turn it into a very loose, loamy earth. So they lose a lot of their energy into pushing off.
I think
I'll
that
definitely
is, I think
stomp
that
the
is
earth
right.
behind us as we're running through.
That's right. I'm going to make you
Stomp.
fucking
Boom.
learn if you listen to this show.
I think he's right. We
yeah.
should destroy the town.
As you begin sprinting through the town, a number of earthbenders begin like coming to try and like stand in your way. A couple of them raising up walls in front of you, trying to hamper and hem you in. Rung, could you please roll me with I'd say focus.
Would any of
or passion? I'd say focus
11.
or passion. Your choice. 11. As these walls come up, you just punch through them, creating this like gap in between the two. As you punch through one wall, a section of stone flies through the air and smashes into, a wheelbarrow, toppling it over, and you hear a cry of "My cabbages!" as you begin like sprinting through.
Okay, it happened. I feel like a relief now just flush over me. It's so good.
Turn to page 394. Chapter of kinetic energy. Thank you, chat. As the wheelbarrow is overturned and the cabbages begin spraying, a couple of the cabbages topple over the Earth Nation guards who are rushing behind you, causing them to fall flat on their face, squishing more of these cabbages as you begin pushing through. As you get to the site of the statue, you can hear the sounds of cries of alarm. I mean, you see from the back of Mango this woof, this column of fire rise from the center of town. Probably to your eyes, you're like, oh, more shit celebrations. They're burning more things. Cool.
I can't wait to leave this place.
Yeah, this is a terrible town. This place sucks.
This place sucks.
We were told this is the hottest destination on the south coast of the Earth Kingdom, and it's not lived up to that. But then you see and you hear the cries of alarm, and as you turn and look over the edge of the cliff and back towards the town, you can see the four dipshits running towards you as fast as they can, with the rest of the town basically on their heels. As you guys get flush with the statue and begin rushing towards Aal, essentially the way that Mango's hovering off the edge of the cliff, you're going to be jumping off the cliff onto Mango's saddle. It's not a big jump, it's not a hard jump because Mango can hover in place with Aal's careful steering. Rung,
Better roll high, Aal.
I need to know, Rung, if you're going to be trying to topple the statue.
When we get there, I'm also gonna like just shoot out a burst of fire to keep people back, so Ron can hopefully get enough time to do this.
You hear a cry of, "The Fire Nation are ruining our festival! Everything's ruined by the Fire Nation!" As you let out this flame.
And then you say, "Get used to it."
You have no idea.
You ain't seen nothing yet,
Yeah.
punk.
Must it be like that thing from like Back to the Future? Like your kids are gonna love this.
Yeah. And I need you to roll me with Harmony to stabilize Mango. Keep Mango steady. But Run, could you please? Oh, was that? That's your roll with focus, 11. Was that before? That was before.
That was for the wall before.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with this,
Yeah.
is this is it kind of like just like two big like feet like on the ground? It's like big platform
On a pedestal as well.
Oh, so it's on like a big.
It's on a pedestal, a large stone dais, and then the statue standing on top of that.
Okay, because I was thinking if it's like on pedestal sorts, I'd like to just like see if I can quickly just like loam the ground a bit and then try and topple it over. So if we can do that, loosen up the soil, then knock it.
In this case, then, because it's on a dais, how would you like to do this? What would you like to do?
That's pretty good, Aal.
7 for Harmony roll. That's awesome. You keep Mango very, very focused, despite the fire giving her a bit of anxiety. She's sort of reacting to this sudden flash. You get the sense maybe a bit scared of flashes of lightning following her encounter in the storm. The rest of you begin running and leaping onto Mango's saddle with no problems. Run. How do you want to deal with this statue?
This would be a passion.
Passion.
I would like to do this with passion.
What would you like to try and do? Are you just trying to like just basically knock over the dice like King Boomy and just push it over?
Oh yeah, this is like just like loosen up and then just like, or you just fling giant rocket back at him, just like and see if this big rock just like knocks him forward like that.
Brilliant.
You could
Okay.
loosen like the legs of the statue because they're like
Just
a
like
thin
punch
point.
through one of the legs.
Oh. I want it to like fall towards the town. Like as they're sort of running.
Yeah,
So
you
they're
can loosen the legs and then
like this dude's
punch
like,
it from
Earthbend
behind.
Yeah.
yeah. That sounds perfect.
I don't know how earthbending works or
Right.
anything. I'm just a lowly whip girl, but you know.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Probably
it's so
don't
long.
probably don't refer to it
It's
as
so long though, yeah.
7.
perfect in the head. Unfortunate in reality.
As you punch out one of the legs, rush back, and then lift up this stone and heft it towards the back. It smashes into the back of the statue, and for a second you're worried it's too strong, it's not going to topple. And then with this groan and crack, you watch as the statue begins to fall forwards. Emerging from a building underneath, you see the scholar from before, like washing his hands. Looks like he's like just sort of like tucking his clothes back in. And as he looks up and sees the statue falling towards him, he goes, "Chindo!" As the statue falls towards him, and in this sudden cloud of dust that rises, you don't know whether or not he's okay.
So the
Damn it, I
consequence is you just killed a man.
I should have bloodbended him underneath.
If we didn't see it, we don't know what happened.
Keep going.
That is a
Jump.
common theme here, isn't it?
It's like with Jet. It's unclear what happened. Did Jet die? As you rush and land on the back of Mango and take off, coughing and spluttering as he stands on top of the statue is the scholar from before. It turns out it wasn't fake. I was going to reveal it immediately. As he looks up and goes, "Put a wanted poster out for all of them. I want them suffering the wheel of punishment before sundown." As he calls out over the area, as a number of the Earth soldiers begin sort of like rushing through and trying to catch up to you guys, but with Mango flying up and out towards the ocean, there's not a lot that they can do. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey guys, what happened after I separated from you guys?
You don't want to know.
Aquila did something dumb.
Sorry,
Avatar Day.
Excuse me?
That's it.
Is my balance now towards action?
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
So I'm
In
at
fact-
+3 now.
It's a very good question, actually. I also want to, Aquila, you've already moved yours toward action. Rung, what are your balance between? What's your balance held between?
Mine's all the way at force right now, hence all the destruction. With
Oh no.
Are you at the end of the force track?
I believe so. I think I'm on 3.
And what's your opposite to force?
Care.
Well, that was trying to burn down a town and break their statue. I don't think counts as care.
No.
Here's my friend.
He cares about the Avatar.
He cares about the
I
Avatar.
care about the Avatar. So I care about
Does he
Avatar
though?
activities.
I mean, I guess he does.
I met the Rokus.
We met Roku.
The Rokus.
The Rokus.
Well, look, we'll deal with the consequences of that when we come back next session. But for tonight, that is where we're going to be wrapping up. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Stay safe, stay well. We will see you all again next week for more Avatar Legends. Tomorrow night is our Return of the Giants D&D campaign, and we're actually going to go and raid another channel right now, Corsair's Cove. So I'm just making sure I've got their stuff set up. So I'll play the outro and then I'll take us across to raid. So make sure you stick around in chat. We're going to go raid another D&D streamer. Show them some love and support. So that's it from me tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. And we will see you all again next time. Until then, farewell, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Next time.
Bye.